I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Music, yes? Sweet. Okay, let's fucking do this. And let's load in 3, 2, 1, go. February 10th, 1:06 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 7.
Number 7.
Number 7.
Now then, let's continue where we left off, shall we? Well, witness.
Yes, how can I help you, Mr. Judge?
Well, it seems that if we're to learn the truth, we'll need to hear your testimony.
I have no problem with that. But when you've seen what I have, sometimes the truth is better left unknown.
All right.
That was
In any
creepy.
case, let's hear your testimony, right? Tell us about the plan that was carried out that night.
I don't trust her. Can we just talk about how she did it?
Can we, though? Because she
Can
did.
we, though? Because she did. I'd rather you could tell.
Because she did. I don't want to turn the music up a little bit for me. Okay.
Go for it.
The whole plan began with my death. A stupid plan hatched by Morgan Fay to install her own daughter as the next master. But for it to work, Maya Fay would first have to die. The idea was for me to kill Maya and then have the blame pinned on Iris.
Loud vehicle. Can you go away?
I didn't hear it.
Oh, that's good. It was just like,
It was like, I'm
Like,
here.
can you stop?
The plan went wrong, but it seems to have succeeded anyway.
Well,
Rude. Dispish.
told you Maya was dead.
So well, I didn't get to read it. Phoenix, can you let me finish a sentence?
No.
Wait a minute. Did you just say the plan was to kill Maya Fay?
Yes, you have a problem with that?
Of course I have a problem with that. Don't give us that nonsense. There's no way to... I didn't get to finish reading that.
Watch yourself, trite. Glug glug. If you've got a problem, solve it during cross-examination. That's one of my rules.
Mr. Godot is correct. And by the way, that's one of my rules as well.
Since when? To kill Maya? Could it be true?
The judge forgets his rules daily, so...
They change all the time.
Also, we need to press every single one. So...
Okay, let's press the first one then.
Hold it.
You were executed. You were executed last month, correct?
Yes, I was hanged. It wasn't exactly pleasant.
How did you manage to discuss the plan? When did you talk with Morgan Fay?
Last year, she was transferred to the same detention center as me. Since I was on death row and she was my mother, it was actually pretty easy to meet with her.
I see. So that's when you discussed the plan.
Are you crazy? At first, that woman was planning to kill me as well, even though I'm her own daughter.
Morgan Fay's fucking nuts. Ultimate
mean-
Pearl Fay, the master of Karain?
She did it.
She's a cold, twisted woman.
I wonder where you got it
She
from.
thought
I know, right?
she thought she could finally regain her lost honor. The honor she lost when her younger sister Misty took her place as the master. Ever since that day, she's been working on this plan.
A plan, huh?
I like Dahlia as a character too, but I don't like Dahlia. Does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah. Oops. So the next one's a stupid plan hatched by Morgan Fay. Press it.
Yeah.
You're talking about Pearl Fay. Is that correct?
Yes, though at first she had high hopes for the two of us. You and your twin sister, Iris? That's correct. Fortunately, neither of us had much spiritual power. That's why we were abandoned by her, along with our father.
Abandoned?
The only person I ever really cared about in life was myself.
What a shocker.
My sister was a nuisance, so I convinced my father to leave her at an old temple.
You mean Iris?
Yes, my father remarried a woman who also had a daughter. The less children you have, the more money there is to go around, right?
Wow.
And on top of that, my father had absolutely no interest in children in general.
F.
How horrible.
The really horrible one was that woman. That bitter, vengeful woman. It was her stubbornness that gave birth to that child, Pearl Fay. She was
Okay, but
born
she's
with
the
an
incarnate of
abundance of
pureness?
spiritual power. What?
But she's the incarnate of pureness?
She is.
Like, how did she come from Morgan Fay? How did Pearl turn out to be as pure as she is?
Well, her mom got taken to jail before she had too much influence on her, I guess.
That's true.
Unfortunately for her. Morgan Fay heaped all of her broken hopes and dreams onto that poor child's back. All because of her pathetic dreams of having her bloodline become the main family.
All right,
Go for it to
press.
work.
Mm-hmm.
Where's child services when you need them? Well, she's dead now, so. Or, well, we assume. I don't know if Morgan Fay is actually dead. Maya would have to die? But why?
For our bloodline to succeed as the main family, thus making Pearl the new master. The remaining descendants of the current master had to be taken care of.
But Pearls would never agree to a plan like that. She adores Maya.
How sad. You still don't get it, do you? What Pearl wanted had nothing to do with it. Morgan didn't care one bit about Pearl. The only thing she cared about was the position of the master. That's all.
That's ridiculous, is it though?
She was willing to sacrifice anything and anyone to achieve her goal. The life of her daughter, and naturally the life of Maya Fay as well.
How could anyone do that? Are you really surprised?
I mean,
The idea for me to kill Maya?
Mhm.
Yep. Very dark. You were going to kill Maya?
Pearl didn't need to know anything about it. All she had to do was follow the instructions in the letter and channel me. Then I would have simply used her body and finished the job. In any case, I'm already dead, and there's nothing any of you can do to me.
Urgh.
so the plan was to blame the crime on your younger twin. On Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple.
She and I look absolutely identical. No one can tell us apart. If someone were to witness me killing Maya, naturally they would think it was Iris that had done it.
And the witness in this case was the head nun, Sister Bikini.
I never would have guessed she was going to return to Hazakura Temple that night. But she wound up seeing Iris's crime anyway.
But why did you want to pin the murder on Iris in the first place? She's your twin sister, isn't she?
Twin sister? Don't make me laugh. She's nothing but a backstabber. I couldn't care less about her.
Backstabber? Kita?
Hello.
Hi.
Did you say backstabber?
I did.
It never...
F.
never came
Backstabber?
through. Thanks, Discord.
Thanks, Discord.
You just don't understand. You never will. Anyway.
Press.
The plan went wrong. Press that. Dahlia. I had to think. I was like, not Iris. You think the plan was a success?
You heard me. Just as that woman had hoped. Maya Fay is dead. Now the title of the master will pass on to Pearl Fay.
That's absurd. Maya is just... She's just trapped. Trapped inside the sacred cavern.
Really? You're as foolishly optimistic as ever, aren't you? My darling Feeny.
Fee-hee-hee-heeny.
Do you
Every
want to know
time.
the truth?
Oh.
Ever since we met you, I've despised you.
Yeah, we know.
Your sniveling naivete and your pathetic faith in other people.
I just want to know one thing. What did you personally think of Morgan Fay's plan?
I told you already, didn't I? It was a stupid plan. It had no point, no value other than fulfilling her own greedy desires. Yes, it was certainly nothing to be proud of.
If that's how you feel, why did you help her carry it out? Why would you do it? Why would you kill Maya? 'Cause she's
You
a
may
murderer.
not understand it, being the kind and gentle soul that you are. You may not be able to appreciate why someone like me would help a woman like that.
So then tell me, why?
Isn't it obvious? I'm not like that woman. I only act in my own self-interest. The reason I helped her was for myself. For my own personal satisfaction.
What did you say? So this woman, Dahlia Hawthorne, she had her own reason for wanting Maya dead? Okay. And press. We need to call Ghostbusters on this bitch. But I always think of Boy Meets World when I see the word Feeny.
We need to present Mia's profile, actually.
On this last one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Present
Profile.
Mia's. Mia Fey?
Yeah, Mia.
Okay. Could it be that your actual goal had nothing to do with Maya Fey herself? Bitch.
As I said, none of you have the power to punish me anymore. Because I'm already dead. Well, I had the same problem, you see. You can't punish the dead. And you can't take revenge against them either.
You wanted to take revenge on someone?
I was sentenced to die because of that woman. Mia Fey.
I somehow knew this was it.
I wanted to send her a message. It was at her hands that I suffered my first humiliation. I wanted her to feel the same pain she made me feel. Sadly, when I realized revenge was impossible, I gave up.
And the reason it was impossible? Was it perhaps because Mia Fey had already died?
Yes, and I realized there's only one way to take revenge against the dead.
And how do you do that?
Meow.
Did you say the judge's line? Discord keeps just cutting you out completely to the point where
Rude
I don't even hear you
Discord?
talk at all. Yeah,
And
so
how do
I'm
you do
just
that?
like, okay,
Fucking-
thanks.
No problem. I remembered it, but
It's
yeah.
just like
fucking Discord.
dead silence, and I'm just like, well, I don't know if I cut out for you or if you cut out for me, but
I
I'm
think I'm
talking
just
the
cutting out
whole
for you.
thing. Yeah, it's just the whole line is just gone. I don't even hear the beginning of it.
Rude. Hi,
Yeah.
Karen. And hi, Goth Demon. I
there's
said
that.
it earlier. Hello. Yeah, great.
Even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on forever. I wanted to take away the person that Mia Fey loved most. I wanted to kill her with my own hand. That would be the one and only way I could take my revenge against Mia Fey. That was the reason I helped out with that woman's plans.
Just for that? For that, you would kill Maya? Your goal was no different than that of Morgan Fay. Dots.
As they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I can't say that. What a cruel plan. Cruel, cold, and heartless.
Don't waste your time preaching to the dead. I've already told you, there's not a thing you can do to me.
Someone get a vacuum.
That night,
Trapper spirit.
at about 9:30 p.m., I materialized into this world. I quickly pinned my hair up and put on a demon-warding hood.
You are the demon.
It's true.
Then I picked up the staff that was by my side and left Hazakura Temple.
So, it was Elise Deauxnim who channeled her after all.
That ridiculous head nun never noticed a thing.
Oh my god, she jiggles. That was
Did
really
you not
weird.
notice this before?
I might have been looking at chat the last time I saw her laugh, or I was reading.
Oh, no, the jiggle physics. They strong.
Physics. They are strong in her face.
She left Maya Fey at the inner temple and wobbled back, clutching her poor old back.
What did you do then?
That kid was easier to handle than I had hoped. I caught up with her in front of the stone lantern. Then I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom and...
So then you're saying you stabbed Maya?
It's strange, but I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that.
What does that mean? No clear memory?
I don't know. I think I was stabbed.
Well, hi, caffeinated. Though it didn't work well if you're still okay. I know. The demon. You were stabbed?
At the last minute, Maya Fey must have stabbed me. I'm sure of it.
Or maybe her mom did, protecting her?
Well, she was channeling her, though.
Oh. That's not like her at all. Maya wouldn't stab a French fry with a plastic fork. Really?
Does he use silverware? Come on. Maya would just dig right in.
Yeah, right?
Anyway, I suddenly lost consciousness. But before I did, I scrawled her name on the lantern. Just as I was passing out, I wrote Maya behind my back. I had hoped it would cast suspicion on her.
I did, which is the stupidest shit. I can't believe she was thinking of that until the bitter end. Well, because for her, it's not the end.
That's where my memory temporarily stops.
You know what's really sad about that, though? Maya would have thought that her mother was...
Yeah, I was gonna... well, she doesn't know it's her mother.
Maybe she figured it out, though. What if she did? We don't know.
That's true. That would be very sad.
It stops?
I don't have any memory of actually killing Maya Fey with my own two hands. My very last memory was Maya's terror-filled eyes. When I woke up after that, I was in the sacred cavern surrounded by darkness.
You were in the sacred cavern?
The entrance was sealed with one of those trick locks. Somehow I'd been trapped in there.
But how did you wind up in there?
I'd like to know that myself. Anyway, I was worried. I didn't know whether or not Maya Fey was dead. And I swore I wouldn't return to the underworld until I knew I had killed her myself.
For a ghost, you're one tough cookie.
I wanted to get out of there and make sure she was dead. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't get out.
The trick lock stopped you, huh?
I didn't know how to remove it.
So then you're saying you were actually confined against your will inside the sacred cavern?
Yes, I wanted to get rid of that annoying lock as soon as possible. But it wasn't easy. I kept getting interrupted while I was working on it.
Interrupted?
It was early in the morning. but someone came into the training hall.
What? Who?
Could it have been Maya?
I thought the same thing, but I couldn't see.
Why not?
If someone had spotted me, I would have lost my chance to take revenge. So I made sure to hide myself well at the back of the sacred cavern.
That morning, only 2 people could have gone to the training hall. Maya and Pearls. Pearls went there to cover the Hanging Squirrel in gravy.
Gravy.
Oh, must have got beard.
Who is that?
Dahlia, she's a bitch.
But she's wearing the thingy.
She's possessing someone right now.
Oh, what?
She's possessing her twin. Go take a shower.
What?
It's too confusing. Go.
No!
It's way too long to explain.
It's
We'd be
way
here
too
for
long
much
to
longer
explain.
than.
Bye, Shy Guy.
Still, I finally managed to remove the lock. But I was too late.
What do you mean by that?
The flies had already started to gather.
What?
The bridge had been fixed and the police had started their investigation, correct?
Those flies. Okay.
Santa Claus himself
Oh.
has returned to his people and just in
Biddies!
time for Christmas. Check out this footage.
Yes. That too. Thank you for the 300 pride biddies. I can't do hype. Guys, do hype. Thank you so much, Fender. Hi, Fender.
Don't tell me
Did you
what to
know
do.
that donating 300 bits makes Twitch donate to BLM and the Trevor Project? Do it.
Yep, I did know that.
Hey.
And now Kat knows.
Hi, Twitch Bryant. I did, but I forgot to mention it. I forgot
Well,
this morning. I was told
Kat?
last night, and sleep
Kat.
undoes everything.
Kat.
Wait, seriously? Well, F. It's okay, baby. It's to keep you safe. Shy Guy's not happy. His work sent him a photo of what their new outfits are because of
Well, it's
masks.
not work sending it to me. It's a Snapchat.
I know.
This thing sucks.
F. Aw, take care, Greta. Take care. But yeah, sleep sometimes wipes my memory. I need to be reminded of things in the morning. Well.
Naturally, I couldn't go out. So instead, I returned to the cavern and put the lock back on myself. I realized I wouldn't get a chance to see Maya's corpse as I had hoped. But just then, Lady Luck showed up.
Lady Luck?
After that big earthquake, she showed up all by herself.
The real Iris?
She said she'd come to make sure the sacred cavern was all right. Stupid girl. I came out from the sacred cavern and got a feel for the situation. And I locked her away in my place. Bitch.
So now Iris is the one in there.
I had finally learned exactly what had happened.
Wait, but she's possessing Iris's body, right? I'm confused. I am so confused right now.
It
Alright.
was then that I learned that the plan had actually succeeded.
What do you mean your plan had succeeded?
I had misunderstood one thing, you see.
That you were mine?
That night, the one that had summoned me. I had assumed that it was Pearl Fay.
Oh, well, of course you would have assumed that. It was written in the instructions.
But I was wrong. The person that had actually called my spirit back was
Right.
Misty Fay,
I thought we said that in
the
beginning.
picture book author.
We did.
I'm confused. But anyway.
What?
Well, that's really the only possibility, isn't it? After I lost consciousness in the garden, well, it
I'm
was her
assuming-
body that was left lying there.
Yeah, I'm assuming that was Misty, but then she got possessed again, so I'm assuming that was Maya. And then she went and possessed Iris when she showed up so she could get out of the thing, and then locked Maya in there. I'm so fucking
I thought that they
confused.
could. I didn't think they could just possess people. I thought they had to actually be called upon.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I think the person has to be trying to channel, and then they can show up. I don't think that Dahlia can just go around possessing people.
Right. I just assumed
So-
like there's some weird reason why Maya might have done that. I don't know. I'm
We'll
so
see.
confused. But I'm
Maya
assuming my assumption is that Misty saw the note for Pearls, so she decided to channel Dahlia so Pearls couldn't. And that's the extent of my assumptions.
Could be. Maya Fey. I wasn't able to kill her with my own hands after all. But even so, I made her commit the most vile sin a human can commit.
And that is?
Matricide. The sin of killing her own mother.
No way! Hi, Sincere. Hello, hello.
Oh, order! Order in the court. What is the meaning of this?
It's true that I was the one who attacked Maya Fey. But even so, the murderer who actually snuffed out Misty Fey's life was none other than your darling little Maya.
Ridiculous! That's nonsense.
Are you sure about that? Just think about it. There's even evidence supporting these facts, isn't there?
What do you mean? What is this so-called evidence?
The fact that Maya Fey has disappeared is evidence enough, isn't it?
Huh?
The idea that she's still in the sacred cavern is just ridiculous. She wasn't able to escape from the inner temple, that much is obvious. In that case, there's only one place she could be.
Where?
Do I have to spell it out? The bottom of the Eagle River. Where else? Eagle River. Maya Fey killed her long-lost mother. Can you imagine the guilt she must have felt when she realized that? That's why she threw herself into the Eagle River. Most bodies that wind up in there are lost forever. So what do you have to say now? Feeny?
I mean, the only...
Is that Godot's ringtone?
It sounds like it.
Maybe it's just his visor going haywire.
F.
Oops. Sorry, that's my phone.
New ringtone.
Seriously.
What kind of ringtone is that?
Godot here. Okay, thanks.
Was it something important?
They just finished removing the locks from the sacred cavern.
That's great. What about Maya?
There was a woman in the cave.
Was it...
Was it Maya Fey?
It was the accused, Sister Iris.
Ha? So the only thing I can think of is that she's in Maya's body right now.
Could be.
That's like the only thing I can think of. Because
The thing
I
is,
guess it looks
the thing
different
is
enough.
though, yeah, the thing is though, she doesn't really look like Maya, so I feel like,
No.
I'm not saying they're not doing that, I'm just saying that kind of goes against
Everything
all
else
of
they've
the
ever done.
channeling rules
Yeah.
that we have done so far.
Right, because even
But,
like,
okay.
I think even Mia has the same hair color.
Mhm. And she
Um,
has her beauty mark.
And she has her beauty mark. And also, like, I mean, I guess, yeah, she would have changed outfits to look like Iris, but
but still.
Yeah.
Maya's hair is way longer than that,
Yeah.
too. So I don't...
Yeah.
Don't look so surprised.
It does change their appearance, but not... It usually shares similar qualities to the original, too.
Yeah, there's enough that you can tell that they're channeling somebody.
Right.
So it's... I don't know.
They're working really hard to make it so you don't know this is Maya, if that's the case.
Mm-hmm.
Which I feel like this
locked her.
case has done a lot of anyway. Oh, look, they're twins. Oh, look, sisters. Oh, look, that was their mom, too. Like, okay.
Yeah, they're just piling it on in this one.
I locked her in there yesterday. I just finished telling you that.
So, what about Maya? Where is she?
There was no one else found inside the sacred cavern.
No, it can't be. Are you really not questioning who she's possessing if Iris is in the cave?
Well, there's only two options. Pearl or Maya, right?
Right.
Those are the only two left that we know of. So it has to be one of them.
I told you, didn't I? She's dead.
No. No! That works. Yay!
It seems that this case has come to an end. A tragic end.
How about you knock her out so she reverts back to whoever she is?
Sadly,
if
it
that
appears
Works.
I don't
Does
know
it
either.
work that way?
it appears the killer of Elise Deauxnim, also known as Misty Fey, was her own daughter, Maya Fey.
We still don't have definitive proof of that, though.
Right.
So
And also, why did Maya possess Iris? Like, or why did
Yeah.
Maya
why
channel?
did she channel? Maybe it was when she was practicing for the ritual thingy that she was doing in the
Maybe
cavern?
practicing, and then like Iris was like, "This is my chance," and like snuck in.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
could
don't know
be.
how channeling works.
I think that's the problem, is that they leave it so open that they can be like, ooh,
Get away
we'll
with
just solve
anything.
this with... Yeah, exactly.
Overcome with guilt for what she had done, Maya Fey jumped to her death into the raging waters of the Eagle River.
It can't be.
Also, we have no evidence of that. She could have just run away.
Yeah.
We don't...
And also, Phoenix survived falling, and
Yeah.
so did Dahlia.
Right, so this is just reaching.
Yeah.
Ha. Trite, have you ever heard this one? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. No matter how improbable it may seem.
What is that supposed to mean, Prosecutor Godot?
According to this witness, Maya Fey threw herself into the Eagle River.
That's also an assumption.
Mm-hmm.
Like she said, we can only assume.
Yeah, well, even
Not
Dahlia
she saw
does.
it.
Yeah, even Dahlia isn't saying, oh, I saw her do it. So
Yeah.
that's just like, oh, I just think this happened, so we're just gonna take this as fact because why?
Right. And also, since when did this game ever make sense? Good point.
Valid point.
And also, yes, Don, it depends on the country you're in, on what side the steering wheel is located. Because different cars made outside of the US are on the other side.
However, is that really the truth? Remember, this woman testified earlier that the bridge was already on fire when the murder was taking place in the
Ha.
garden.
Bitch.
Which means if Maya had thrown herself into the river, it must have been from the inner temple side, near the bridge.
That's right. That's where she jumped from.
But that's not river underneath there.
But that's impossible. It's impossible to jump into the river from there.
What? Really? You don't know by now?
Don't get your panties all twisted up, Trite. Just relax and think through the whole thing again. Well,
I'm thinking hard. So it's impossible. Maya couldn't have thrown herself into Eagle River? Really?
Well, Mr. Wright, Miss Hawthorne claims Miss Fay threw herself into the river from the inner temple side. Do you have any evidence that refutes this claim?
The Hazakura temple map?
Yes.
Take that, boot.
Take that.
It's impossible to jump into Eagle River from the inner temple side. No one knows that better than this witness. That terrified the shit out of me. Rin!
The other room.
Guys, so love and hype. Oh wait, I can do it.
I don't know what you just said.
30 months till Duck Twipe
Thank
KFTW
you
love KFTW
so
cozy.
Much, Rin, for 30 frickin' months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Scare the crap out of me. It's fine. Did you say, what did you say?
No, I was
Okay.
waiting for the hype to be over.
What did you say?
11 years ago, you jumped into the very same river. Just take a look at this overhead map, bitch. As you can see, below the cliff on the inner temple side is a big rock shelf.
Oh! You're right!
No.
Oh!
She wouldn't
Oh.
have reached the river if she had jumped off from there. Unless she has some legs. And yeet. In
Yeet.
other words, if she had jumped, you would have been able to see her body in this photo.
Ha. So you finally figured it out. Godot, if you know what fucking happened, if you could just say it. Oh,
If you could share it with the class.
that's it. Good enough.
Order! Order!
You're just playing games with me. Maya Fay's body is at the bottom of the Eagle River. There's nowhere else she could possibly be hiding.
She's not the one hiding.
Miss Hawthorne, have you ever heard this one before? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth.
Yes, just a few minutes ago.
Maya Fay wasn't inside the sacred cavern. We know that she didn't throw herself into Eagle River.
Correct. That eliminates all the most likely possibilities.
Now, although it seems improbable, there's still one other place she could be.
What? What is this one possibility you were talking about?
That's obviously a bluff. So where is her dead body then?
It's not dead. You're in it.
Again, we have no proof that she killed herself. Like,
No.
there is nothing.
None. Finally, I think the pieces are falling into place. Normally, the living have no way to punish the dead. But I think there's a way to give Dahlia Hawthorne the ultimate punishment. Shall I tell you, Miss Hawthorne? Shall I tell you where Maya is this very instant? Maya Fay is in this very courtroom.
In this very courtroom.
There's only one possibility left. Namely, she's right there. Right here. I mean, right there, too. She's right here in this very courtroom.
What?
Maya Fay is here.
You say she's here in my courtroom?
Dahlia Hawthorne, I seem to recall that you said I had misunderstood one thing, you see.
So what?
But I think there's one more thing you misunderstood.
What do you mean?
Tell me something. At this very moment, who is channeling Dahlia Hawthorne?
Why, that's obvious. It's Pearl Fay, the pathetic little sniveling runt.
But it's not. You're wrong. Pearl's tried, but she couldn't do it.
We never failed at channeling someone. This is the first time it's happened.
Isn't there any explanation for why you couldn't channel spirit?
could happen if someone else was already channeling the same spirit.
Hi, Melody Fox. Hi, Kurt.
Someone called me before Pearl did, but who?
Even Pearl's tried again the day after the crime, but she couldn't do it. What could that mean? I think the truth is becoming clearer to you right about now. Am I correct? It wasn't Pearls that channeled you. There was someone who called you before she could. I'm assuming Maya.
I mean, yeah.
But her hair's black!
I don't.
Not dark
and
brown!
They don't look enough alike either for this to be a thing.
Because Maya, I believe, you can correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I believe Mia's hair is still black, just styled like Mia when channeled through Maya. It doesn't change her hair color. So the fact that they changed the hair color to suit this fancy bothers me a lot. Anyway, this is an easy one. Pearls couldn't do it, and Misty Faye is gone. There's only one possibility left.
Come on already, I can't stand the tension.
Well, aside from that, too, their faces change. I mean, it's...
Yeah.
They have a person's face, because if you remember, whenever Pearl channels Mia, it's Mia's face.
Right.
So I don't think Maya looks enough like Dahlia for them to be interchangeable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like they just did this to try to hide it from the player, but it doesn't really fit into the the laws of channeling or whatever you want to call it. You know, they kind of broke their own rules for the sake of their plot.
So people couldn't figure it out. Hi, Japan. So I forgot I had a team meeting right after lunch at 1 p.m. Whoops. Oh no, Tim!
I mean, just tell them you were in court.
It's not a lie.
It's not a lie.
Kind of is. Just don't get in trouble. Okay. Dahlia Hawthorne. The person channeling you right now must be Maya Faye.
What?
You literally already figured it out.
But how could that be?
Oh, Judge.
Remember what this witness Dahlia Hawthorne said about her goal.
She's also a bitch and a liar, so...
True. Oh my... What are you doing, Soothsayer?
What's going on?
What? Sir? I can't do right! Soothsayer! What the actual...
About time Phoenix caught up with Kat and Kita.
About time Phoenix caught up with Kat and Kita. Thank you so much for completing the fucking P.O. Box goal. Holy shittles. Thank you. Thank you for the hypes, guys. Just make sure to take care of yourself. Thank you, Soothsayer. All that love and hype in chat, guys. All of it. Holy shittles. All that hype. Thank you for the 150 fucking forward donation. Holy shit. What the actual? I'm gonna put some Heath Squids too. Hold on. Where is he? Got him. You are worth it. Thank you, Soothsayer. I won't cry. I refuse. I'm gonna give you some hugs. Thank you. Dun, 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 dun. The music is totally not the mood, but it's fine. The mood for the donation, not the mood for the game. Obviously, it's the mood for the game. It's not like Godot's out of nowhere. Holy crap.
Okay, Kita, go.
She said her goal was to kill Maya Faye.
Yes, that's right. But if Maya channeled the spirit of someone that was trying to kill her...
Ha. Well,
I guess-
Gramps, what would happen?
Could it be?
It looks like you finally understand, Your Honor.
Well, I don't. What are you going on about?
You'd have to kill yourself. What I'm going on about is the reason Maya channeled you. And there's only one reason. To protect herself from you.
To protect herself from me.
Yes. On the night of the crime, you were only interested in one thing. Killing Maya Fey. The path to Hazakura Temple was closed off. Hazakura was closed off, and there was nowhere for her to run. So when the problem became, where would the safest place be to hide?
You mean that's when she channeled me?
All this time you thought you had been channeled by Pearls. That's why it never occurred to you that Maya's hiding place was you.
Don't say that!
No, she's scary. She got it from her mama.
She did. She got it from her mama. Now I'm just thinking
She got it from
my
her
daddy.
mama. I know.
Fucking sigh.
Can we just talk about how she did it?
Did it? Hi, Serena.
You're saying that I, Dahlia Hawthorne, was played for a fool by that little whelp. Maya Fey killed herself. Isn't it obvious?
Sorry, but no. It would have been impossible for her to jump into Eagle River. This was the only avenue to escape open for Maya. Fuck, I accidentally clicked past it anyway. The only way that Maya could disappear from the inner temple.
I don't believe you. A stupid little girl like that who has never been out in the real world. She could never have come up with a plan like that.
What do you think she's been doing with me the last, several years? Dealing with the real world. What?
Who could have ever given her such a brilliant idea?
Well, me, of course.
Hey, that's
Hey!
me. Hey! It's me.
See, her hair's the color of pearls!
And she has her face.
Prime example. I'm just saying. Okay. But Mia!
Yeah, Faye. It's been a long time, Dahlia Hawthorne.
God damn it, developers, make up your minds!
So it's true. It was you.
Yes.
Ha. You're something else.
But what are you doing here?
Also, has Pearl been there this whole time next to Phoenix as she was talking about her mom?
I don't know. She never spoke. You'd think she would have.
That hair, it's Pearl's, right?
Maybe she jumped from the stand. I don't know.
It's me!
It is I.
Tell me something, Dahlia. I want you to think back to that night one more time. You had just cornered Maya in the inner temple's garden. And then, in the final moments of the fight, you lost consciousness.
Pearl's knocked her out.
I was stabbed by
Oh, stabbed
Maya
her.
Fey. Actually, Maya lost consciousness at the same time as you.
Oh.
She did.
Not terribly surprising since she was about to be killed.
When she woke up, she was in the training hall. That's when Maya decided she needed help, so she channeled me.
Aw.
She explained in a memo the situation she was in. She asked me what I thought she should do. She did that. I can't believe it. Of course, I didn't have all the details. But one thing was perfectly clear.
And there was?
I knew that you couldn't be allowed to wander free.
Free? What do you mean?
It was a race against time, so I wrote down 2 things that Maya had to do. Channel Dahlia Hawthorne as soon as possible, and lock herself in the sacred cavern until help arrived.
So it was Maya who put that lock on there.
Yes, but why did you order her to do those 2 things?
If she hadn't done it, Dahlia Hawthorne would have been channeled by someone else. By one Pearl Faye.
Pearls?
Yes. Pearl didn't properly understand the plan, though all she was trying to do was follow her mother, Morgan Faye's instructions. If she had succeeded in channeling Dahlia Hawthorne's spirit, things would have turned out very badly, to put it mildly. So that's how it was. Dahlia Hawthorne would have used the body of Pearl Faye to kill Maya at all costs.
Yes, that certainly sounds like that was the intent all along.
Don't act like you know what's going on, Judge.
Yeah. He's just like, smiling and nodding.
Smiling and nodding. That's what the judge does.
Yep.
How dare you? I won't forget this.
Why not just admit it, Dahlia Hawthorne? Your little plan was nothing but a big failure.
Yes, another failure to add to the pile of shame, wouldn't you say? What do you mean by another?
Think about it, Dahlia. Remember all your past crimes? Not a single one of them was a success. They all ended in failure.
What? How dare you?
They're just pissing her off. 11 years ago. The fake kidnapping. Your very first crime. You got your hands on a $2 million diamond, but... Pile of shame is my stupid name! Tim!
Yikes.
Yikes. After Terry Falls escaped and went to meet with Valerie Hawthorne, the truth was exposed.
Shut your mouth. That wasn't my fault. It was because of that stupid oaf of a prisoner and that weakling of a policewoman.
And then, 1 year later, you tried to kill me. Well, I'm still alive, but... You wound up killing someone else.
Whoops.
F. As a result, you were sentenced to death. Welcome back, Selkie. It's one stupid move after another for you, but it's no longer funny.
You. Wipe that smug, happy-go-lucky smile off your face.
And now this. You've messed up again. You let Maya Fey escape, even though she was right there in front of you. Be careful, she might stab herself in this very courtroom.
Mia Fey? Mia Fey? Mia Fey! You spinster! I was supposed to kill Maya Fey like I swore I would.
Hello.
Did you say something?
Oh, I said a lot of things. Where are you at?
And if only you had gotten this spiky-haired jerk.
I thought it was Phoenix.
Oh,
Because
no.
it, like, went to Phoenix, so I thought it was you, and then it sounded,
I went to go speak,
like,
and I was like, oop, never mind.
Yeah, and then it sounded like it cut you off. So then I was like, oh shit, did it cut us off again? All right.
No, we got to hear all of your beautiful voice acting.
Oh, thanks. I'm gonna like break a blood vessel in my eye. It's fine.
Seriously, please don't.
And if only you had gotten this spiky-haired jerk the guilty verdict, I wouldn't have been hanged to death.
True. Mia's just like, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. But I think you finally understand, Dahlia Hawthorne. You will never defeat me. What? What did you say? Whether you're alive, dead, or somewhere in between, you will never defeat me. As long as I'm around, you're destined to lose for all of eternity.
I remember what you said earlier in the trial. You said there was no way we could punish you because you were already dead.
What about it?
Then you said, even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on forever.
That's very true, Dahlia. And that's exactly the punishment you'll never be able to escape from. For all of eternity, you'll have to remain as Dahlia Hawthorne, a miserable, pathetic, weak creature who can never win at anything. And for you, there is no escape from that. No hope of freedom. Since the day you were executed, the narrow bridge that once stretched out in front of you has burnt to a crisp.
Metaphor.
Seriously.
Oh gosh, what is she, glitching? You're wrong.
She's making earthquakes
Can't
happen.
be. How could I lose to the likes of you?
It no longer matters. I don't care whether you win or lose anymore. The only thing I want is for you to come back out of Maya's body right now. Discord did not like that. What the fuck?
That wasn't too loud for the neighbors to freak out. Oh, hi, it's me.
Oh.
I'm not ready. Not ready to go.
Oh, look, she has a oh, well, F. Oh, Magatama.
She has become the Megatama.
She really was exercised, I guess. I wonder how they pronounce sentence on someone who's already dead. I know. And look, now her hair's black.
And different.
Yeah.
Nick? Sis?
F.
F?
Oh my god.
Well.
Now then, I assume you are the real Iris?
Yes, I was just rescued from the sacred cavern.
I must say you and your twin sister are indeed identical from what I can see. In any case, it appears that everything has finally been cleared up. Mr. Godot, what happened to Dahlia Hawthorne?
If you ask me, Your Honor, it looks like she went back to the hell she came from.
It seems that Misty Faye wasn't the only victim of this crime. Maya Faye, as well as the young Pearl Faye, were also victims of this wicked and selfish plan.
Yes, Your Honor.
The tragedy of Medium Valley has finally come to an end, it seems. It would be the best for everyone if no further attempt was made to channel that spirit again.
Yeah. Your Honor?
Yes, what is it?
About this whole spirit medium thing. It's almost weird how comfortable you seem to be with the concept now. I know.
I don't really pay attention to these trials.
Well, to be frank,
nod.
I just nod and smile, it's fine.
Well, that's his smile right there.
Well, to be frank, my younger brother is quite judgmental. He often criticizes me for not studying hard enough. That's why I made a concerted effort to study up on the crane channeling technique.
Hey, isn't that the new year's issue of Occult?
I've seen quite a few things in my many years on the bench. And in all that time, I finally learned this one thing. Each case is different and takes place in its own world, if you will. In order to fully understand that world, first we have to immerse ourselves in it completely. And that's where my brother and I used to differ.
I never thought of it that way.
At any rate, it's time to pass judgment in the case of Iris of Hazakura Temple.
Objection!
Oh my god, of course, because I was like, this is still the one case.
You're a little too fast with that gavel, Your Honor.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Godot?
This trial, it isn't over yet. That's what he means.
What?
Trite. Remember what Miss Evil Spirit said in her testimony?
Huh? Dahlia's testimony?
I caught up with her in front of the stone lantern. Then I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom. It's strange, but I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that. I think I was stabbed.
It was Sister Bikini all along, or Larry.
It was Sister Bikini all along. I kind of wish it was Larry, so we'd never have to see him again. But you know, that's just wishful
You
thinking.
know, he's not up to not up to the task.
Just as Dahlia Hawthorne was about to attack Maya, she was stabbed and killed by someone.
Yes, that's right.
The person that was ultimately killed was the spirit medium that channeled Dahlia. Elise Deauxnim. No. Misty Faye. But who killed her? We still don't know who did it.
This isn't over? Bet you it was fucking Morgan Fay being possessed by somebody else. I don't know who. But it would do that shit.
They would. Unless someone else is found guilty, the accused is still on trial. We can't let her walk until there's evidence that proves her innocence.
No way.
But this court isn't prepared for any further testimony.
The prosecution is ready to call our final witness.
Final witness?
This one will clear up the whole mystery. The mystery of who killed Misty Faye.
Indeed.
Is it really all right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Of course it's all right, Madam Attorney.
Well then, who is this final witness?
Ha. Isn't it obvious? There's one person who saw the whole event and will put the final dagger in this case.
Is it Phoenix?
Someone who saw the murder took place?
Take place?
The very person who saw her mother killed in front of her own eyes.
You mean Maya? She's kind of unconscious, buddy. She can't testify after what she's been through.
We need to find the truth. The prosecution calls Maya Fay to the witness stand.
I'm sorry, why is her
Well.
hair like that?
I think
Very
that's
well.
Iris.
Oh, right, it's Iris there. You're right.
But first, we'll take a brief recess. We'll have to wait till We'll have to wait for Miss Faye to recover before summoning her.
I mean, yeah.
Once we
You're
receive
trying to
the
cross-examine her as she's on the floor.
Unconscious.
Unconscious. I mean, I wouldn't put it past this game.
They do it.
Once we receive the doctor's permission, we will proceed with the trial.
Hey, Trite. I've got something to say to you, so listen up.
What is it?
I don't think much of you as a lawyer.
No
It's
shit.
always the same with you. You somehow manage to just squeak by without even a faint understanding of the case. Some beautiful woman always seems to come dashing in at the last minute to save you. Phoenix is a damsel in distress. It's so true.
So fucking true. You've
what
got
Edgeworth
some nerve.
loves about him.
It's true. Facts.
But that's not going to happen this time.
I mean, it did happen.
This
Mia came in and was like,
It did happen.
holy shit, he is. Mia and Maya are his knights. Oh my god.
I mean, yeah. And sometimes Pearl.
Sometimes Pearl.
This time, you're gonna have to do this by yourself.
That's enough. This court is now in recess.
Good, I can save and pee.
Ah, yes, peeing is good.
February 10th, 2:56 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1.
I'm truly sorry about everything. You were working so hard to defend me. But I was missing all day, and we didn't even have a chance to talk.
She's right. When I met Iris at the training hall yesterday, they had already switched places, and Iris was inside the sacred cavern.
I wanted to at least be in the defendant's box today to root you on.
Well, it wasn't your fault. You were locked up this whole time. There's something more important than that, though. I have to ask you, why did you help your sister out as much as you did?
Huh?
If you had tried to get help at the sacred cavern yesterday, you wouldn't have spent an entire day locked up in there.
My sister, I felt sorry for her.
I don't.
She was
Nobody else does.
She was abandoned by our mother and never got any love from our father either.
Yeah, neither did you.
Yeah, yes, but it was the same for you too, wasn't it?
Yes, but at least I had Sister Bikini, who was like a mother to me. If only Dahlia had come with me to Hazakura Temple. I always loved her.
And this is gonna be really
Dahlia
awkward
was
when
always-
she's the one that did it.
Yeah.
Oh, not
Dahlia
Dahlia. I thought she was talking about Bikini, sorry.
It's gonna be real awkward when we find out that Bikini did it all along.
Yep.
Dahlia was always so smart, so strong. She never complained about a thing. That's why I promised her that I would help her.
Are you talking about the fake kidnapping case 11 years ago?
Yes. I wanted to be useful to her in some way. But as usual, I was too cowardly. At the last minute, I ran away. Because of that, Dahlia's stepsister Valerie ended up...
That was the case that wounded Mia so badly.
But things didn't end there, of course. Some people suspected that my sister was involved in the murder.
Some people? You must mean...
Yes, 2 defense attorneys, Mia Fey and Diego Armando. After poisoning Mr. Armando, who was getting too close to learning the truth, Dahlia even tried to kill the person who had unknowingly hid the poison for her. You.
That's right. Iris, there's one more thing that I have to ask you.
Yes, what is it?
On the night of the murder, the person that cleaned up the corpse of the victim, Elise Deauxnim, was it really you?
Yes, it was me. That night, after I rang the lights out bell, I went back to my room. At around 10:30, I received a call on my cell phone.
It's a loud cell phone.
There's a problem. Come to the inner temple right away. I got on the snowmobile and headed for the inner temple. But The path to the inner temple was cut off.
Oh,
The
that's
path-
you. Sorry.
Fucking Phoenix. When do you want to show up? The path to the
I
inner
know.
temple was cut off, right?
Exactly. We can't just leave the body here. So you've got to do this exactly as I say. Got it?
Wee!
Oh yeah, this stupid shit.
Yeah, that's bullshit. That was from earlier.
Bull fucking shit.
That.
It was me. I was the one that received her body. The murder weapon had been left in her body so she wouldn't bleed too much. The staff that Mystic Elise always held.
I knew it. So the actual murder weapon was the staff.
Yes, that's right. I brought the body back to Hazakura Temple on the snowmobile.
But why? Why did you alter the body?
I didn't want anyone to know that the staff was the murder weapon. I didn't want to leave anything that would lead back to Misty Faye. So I dressed her in a robe and stabbed her with the Shichishido. I wiped the blood off the staff's blade and left it next to her on the ground.
Ha, gotcha that time, you word.
You did do it.
Thank you.
Iris, just tell me one last thing. Tell me the name of the person that called your cell phone. The real killer.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I can't do it. I can't say who did it.
It was Bikini. I see.
In a bikini.
In a bikini. Victim staff updated court record.
Defendant.
You can be the bailiff. I've
Here. Defendant!
Yes?
The judge is calling you. He wants to see you in his chambers.
Is the bailiff a
Toad now.
bird?
He's Toad.
He has some questions about Dahlia Hawthorne.
God damn it.
All right. Do you need a lozenge? Well then, I'll see you later. There's something I want to tell you.
Oh, okay. Something she wants to tell me?
I want your badge, Phoenix Wright.
So it's true. She wants my badge. Iris is... Iris
What?
Iris
What was that?
God damn it. Iris cooperated with the real killer. Maybe even from the very beginning.
Phoenix.
Mia. How is Maya doing? Taku.
Physically, I'm not worried. She'll recover completely. But emotionally, she's been hurt very badly by this case.
I see. You don't mean she's learned who Elise Deauxnim really was?
Yes. I went to the medical office and talked with her. I told her everything I knew.
But why?
Maya is stronger than you think. I knew she could take it. All of it.
What do you mean by that?
I want you to figure that answer out by yourself. The trial is about to restart. The real killer. Do you know who it is yet?
Iris wouldn't tell me who called her, but still. I think that just maybe I know who it was. That night, the victim was killed in the garden of the Inner Temple. And the criminal just wasn't there by accident. Which means that the killer knew of Dahlia's plan from the very beginning.
And one more thing. The victim was moved to the Hazakura Temple side by pendulum. In other words, the criminal couldn't cross the bridge. That means they were stuck on the Inner Temple side for almost an entire day.
Oh, so then it wouldn't be Bikini.
I mean, you never know.
So
in
the
this
culprit was someone that wasn't in Hazakura Temple the following day.
That's as much help as I can give you.
No, lies. You could just say it, Mia. You could just
could.
say it.
It's true.
The rest of the battle is yours to win. Or lose.
Like your
Okay.
sister.
I've got it. Thank you, Mia.
The stakes are pretty high, Mia.
Finally, it's almost time to bring this case to an end. What exactly did Maya see anyway? And who was it that actually killed Misty Faye? Whoever it was, I have to prove it. Me, all by myself. It was Pearl channeling Morgan. That's the only thing I got.
It was Bikini. Don't let them sway you.
Don't let them
It was
sway you.
Bikini in a
It's funny to
bikini.
think it's Bikini, but
Bikini
save
in
your
a
progress. Hell
bikini.
yeah.
Oh
So,
my
do
goodness
we want to
gracious.
try?
We got an hour.
We got an hour.
We got an hour. Hold on, let me look. So it's Maya, which is good because then it won't hurt my voice too much.
True. It was Larry.
I mean, I don't know how much of this
He's
is
not
just gonna
smart
be
enough.
story. Like, I don't know how long it'll take us because there's a couple testimonies to cross-examine, and then there's a lot of story. So
Yeah, there was a lot of story here.
mm-hmm.
I mean, we could try. It just might go a little over an hour, but we can try to beeline it.
Yeah, I mean, worst comes to worst, we could see where we are and save partway through, because
We have that ability now.
we do have that ability. We have the technology.
We have the technology. I just gotta run to the bathroom and get more water.
That is fine. I'm gonna take a stretch break myself.
So I'm gonna make sure I did that. All right. So we will be right back, guys. Are you gonna stay and talk, or are you gonna get up and walk around?
No, I'm gonna get up and
Okay.
walk around. And,
I'm gonna play music then, and put on some. That's not gonna work. Where's BRB Orca? There he is. All right, we'll be right back, guys. Hit. Hello. I don't know if Kita's back yet. I'm assuming not. It's fucking hot in here, but I just ran up the stairs, so that might be it. Can I just jail? Jail the jail circus? What? Oh, the whole circus. Okay, fair. I see the correction now. Accuse the grandma. I really did not understand why they didn't up her age. I don't know why they felt the need to make so many young individuals. Especially ones that get hit on. I don't. Anime. This is fine. From watching Kat and Kita play this, I might watch the anime now. Kita likes the anime a lot. Also, apparently Godot's much better in it than he is in the game. Godot's kind of a shithead in this. The anime is fantastic, as Eco recommends. I grew to love the characters from each stream. That's fair. Never finished season 1 with. I'm gonna say Dahlia did the murders, even though it's not possible anymore. Godot is not much of an ass in this part. No, he hasn't been one yet. And he wasn't in the beginning. It was really case 4 and beginning of case 5.
Cat.
The wind didn't... Huh?
Hi.
Hi. My body's ready.
Is it?
As ready as it's gonna be. I turned on a fan because it's getting hot in here because I think it's like 85 outside.
It's getting hot in here.
I
So
mean, we have
turn
AC on.
your fan.
It's 81 now. It's cooled off, actually. It was 85 when I started. But are you ready?
I am. Or Ami. Ami, I am. Same thing,
Same thing.
apparently. To Pearl.
To Pearl, it's the same thing. It's fine.
It's fine.
Everything's fine.
All right. Let's fucking do it.
Doing it. In 3, 2, 1, go. February 10th, 3:36
Fun fact,
PM.
I just saved again. It's fine. No, I'm there. We're good. Well, now I know I saved.
All right. February 10th, 3:36 p.m., District Court, courtroom number 7.
Mm-hmm. I am here.
Now then, before we proceed any further, I'm going to announce the results of the tests we had performed earlier.
Tests? Oh, yeah, I'm judge. Sorry, I was trying to also get something out of my eye.
Yes, tests on the bloody dagger that was found and stuck in the pine tree.
Oh, yeah, that. I totally forgot about it. I didn't.
That's the weapon that Maya Fey used when she fought with the victim.
Except that's not what happened. So what are the results? Was it the victim's blood or?
It was
Due to-
Bikini's blood.
It's Bikini's.
Due to time constraints, a full test was impossible. However, there's one thing we can say with certainty. The blood that was on this dagger was not the victim's blood.
Oh, plot twist.
Catch up.
That is all.
Now, but you can't say what it was or whose it was.
I know. I don't understand that. Oh, well, it's not this person. I mean,
Now
I guess.
then, let's restart this trial. What the fuck?
It's Jam. So
Why
was it
wouldn't we
Misty's
just
blood on the
wait
dagger?
until... Why wouldn't we just postpone the trial until we figured out whose it was? You know?
Who else got stabbed? Then whose was? That's why Bikini had back pain. Then whose was it? Dagger updated the court record.
I'm sure both the defense and the prosecution know this, but this trial is rapidly coming to a close. Both sides will need to show some firm evidence with their claims. Firm.
I understand, Your Honor.
Firmly grasp it.
Firmly grasp.
From what I've heard, the witness is dangerously weak, physically speaking. So let's finish this quickly.
Let's try.
Do a
Agreed.
lick test.
It takes minutes to do a blood type test, but we can take days to do a DNA test, apparently. It's a lick
this
test.
does not taste like the witness.
It's like Detroit Become Human.
Oh.
Connor licking all the blood.
Very well. Please bring in the last witness.
The typo is not intentional.
Witness, please tell us your name and profession.
Maya Fey. My profession is, I'm the assistant manager at Wright & Co. Law Offices.
Aww. Maya.
According to the magazine I have here, you're a spirit medium of the crane channeling technique.
I'm frightened. The Fey clan. I don't want any more to do with it.
Oh, Maya. The pain the Fey bloodline causes must be unbearable.
Very well. Now then, Miss Fey. When the event occurred, you were in the garden of the Inner Temple. And you witnessed the moment of Elise Dahlia's murder. Is this correct?
I didn't see any...
Straighten up this instant, young lady.
What the
Huh?
Dude, back the fuck up.
Pick your head up and speak clearly. There's always time for crying later.
But
Your mother was killed right in front of your eyes. There's nothing you can do to change that fact.
Fuck
But there's
you.
something you can do. You can finish this. You've been watching the whole thing, right? Well, I mean, I guess. You've seen the witnesses come out and you've seen us squeeze the truth out of them. Now it's your turn. Let's hear your testimony.
on the night of the crime...
Nope.
Oh, no, that's Godot. On the night of the crime, what exactly did you see happen?
They really just want to fuck us up.
I know. Like, why are you zooming in on the wrong person speaking?
A lot, apparently.
A lot, this trial.
Witness, if you please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Hi, Wolf Prince. Hello, hello. Also, if I missed anyone, let me know. I will say hi.
You didn't say hi to me.
Hi, Kita.
Yeah, I did. Twice.
You didn't say hi to me again.
Hi, Kita. Welcome back.
Thanks.
Alana. At the inner temple.
I was passing through the garden on the way to a spare prep room when it happened. Suddenly, someone struck me over the head. I stumbled and ended up against the stone lantern. I think I screamed, "Help me!" Then something warm splashed over me. That's when I lost consciousness.
So you were struck in the head. I suppose it must have been with the staff.
Santa Claus himself has returned to his people and
They
just
did.
in time for Christmas.
Thank you
Check
for
out
the
this footage.
300 pride goodies. I can't do hard. God damn it. Do all that hype. Do it. Make things happen. Thank you for sharing with 3 others in chat.
Another more
And
powerful
Lipnitz?
telescope to
Thank you
confirm
for
my
22 months.
suspicions.
Let's make biscuits. Thank you for 22 months of support, Libnitz. I appreciate you. All that love and hype. Hey. All right. Maya, the person who hit you. It was Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it?
It was Sister Bikini.
Sister Bikini.
Sorry, Nick. I couldn't see. I don't know who it was.
Maya, think hard.
Sorry, Nick, but I really couldn't.
It was Pearls possessing someone.
Can't say it was an especially good night for young ladies to be walking around alone. Why do you gotta be creepy about it?
Seriously, though.
It seems that it will be hard to determine the criminal through testimony alone. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Please begin your cross-examination.
Maya, hang in there. She doesn't look well at all. She's fucking sad. Oh, are you okay,
sad.
Wolf Prince? Please be okay. What are we pressing? Also, why am I missing 3? What the fuck did I do?
It was from
Ah.
earlier.
Well,
I think I screamed, "Help me." We want to press.
okay. I think I screamed, help me. Press. You think you screamed, but you're not sure?
And I was a complete wreck. It was dark and I couldn't see my attacker. Was it a man, a woman, an adult, a child? I had no idea. I was scared out of my wits.
Believe me, my dear, I am certain I would have soiled my robes.
Okay.
Gross.
TMI.
You already have. We can smell you from here.
I thought this
Ew.
person might attack me.
He's the one who put the gravy on the wall.
Nasty!
I thought this person might attack me, so I... Anyway, I'm pretty sure I screamed. I thought that it was my last hope.
Wow, sounds like poor little Maya was really out of her mind. Rude. But I wonder what she meant by last hope.
Rude?
What do? Do I press her for more details? My last hope?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Maya. What's this my last hope stuff?
What? What do you mean by your last hope?
No. That's what you said. You said my last hope.
Huh? What? I said what?
Look, you were facing an attacker that you couldn't see, and you screamed, right? You screamed, help me.
Yeah.
But you testified that you screamed that because you thought it was your last hope.
Oh, well, you know, that's like... What do you call it when that happens?
Can we all just be honest? Maya's not doing so well up there.
Oh, yeah, oh, that's right. I remember now. I was facing my attacker, but that's not who I was screaming at.
What did you just say?
Yeah, that's right. It was the person behind my attacker that I was yelling at. That's who I was screaming to for help.
So she was screaming to Elise Deauxnim for help.
I guess.
What is it now?
I messed up. I didn't mean to let that slip out.
Ah.
Oh, witness, are you absolutely sure that of what you're saying? Behind the attacker, there was another person?
I meant to keep that part a secret. What have I done?
It's Pearls.
Ah.
Everyone's protecting Pearls.
Takes a ton of pressure to make a diamond. That's what I always say.
Is it, Godot? Is it what you always say? A ton of pressure?
You're in a court of law here. You can't make things up or try to hide things in this chamber.
Oh? Because that's news to me that you can't make things up or try to
That's what
hide
everyone
things.
does. All the time.
That.
Witness, the information you just presented is vital to this case. I want you to add it to your testimony.
All right.
I could see a man behind my attacker by the light of the stone lantern. A man? All
A
right.
man.
Are we presenting?
Lion. We're presenting. Let's present
Oh.
the stone lantern.
Hobbits to Isengard.
We're not presenting the hobbits to Isengard. We're presenting the stone lantern.
Thank you so much, Soothsayer, for freaking 500 biddies, sharing with 10 others in chat, pride emotes. Ah! Thank you, thank you. Literally, this whole game is making things up and slowly getting them to admit the truth. It's true. So we're presenting what? The stone?
You're not wrong. We are presenting the
Lantern?
stone lantern. Yes.
Present it. All right.
Present.
So there was a man standing behind your attacker?
Yeah.
Larry. That man.
God.
He's the killer. He stabbed her from behind. He's the one who killed Elise Deauxnim, otherwise known as Misty Faye, your mother.
The killer?
Maya, you know who killed your mother, don't you?
What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright?
To be frank, Your Honor, I think she is in shock and quite confused. That's why she hasn't noticed the huge problem with her testimony.
What do you mean? What problem?
Maya, on the night of the crime, that stone lantern was out of commission.
Huh? What?
It's true. There was no light anywhere in the garden that night.
No.
Oh, order! Order in the quote.
Quart. Oh my god.
Or in the quote.
Order in the court. Mr. Godot, explain this.
Add the pureness of milk to the perfect clear darkness of coffee. Durr. That is the state of the witness's mind right now. A cup of cafe au lait. I don't know if I said that right, but I tried.
I mean, I guess so, because that's what the judge thought. Also, I didn't know Pride Biddies had started again till Finder's Cheer. Yeah, they started yesterday after our hype train. And then Finder let us know this morning that any bits that are donated, then also a certain percentage of that makes Twitch donate X amount to BLM and Trevor Project, which is awesome.
Cafe au lait? Is that even legal?
Mr. Trite's words are the milk and you are the spoon, Your Honor.
He's like, I don't want to be the little spoon.
Oh no, Wolf Prince! I hope that's something you can easily fix, your poor knee. I hope that heals soon.
Oh no.
Owie, I feel like my mom's done that.
Yeah, I
she
think
did that when she was in high school.
I think my grandmother did too.
Uh,
So good luck. I think she ended up with those like cortisone shots. Trying to remember.
I don't know. Aw, Soothsayer, you sweepy. Twitch will donate 10 cents to both the Trevor Project and the National Black Justice Coalition for every cheer of 300 bits or more, paid subs or gift subs, up to a maximum donation of 300,000 to each organization. That's a lot. That's awesome.
I'm a spoon? I'm no spoony bard, I'll have you know.
Spoony bards.
You must have noticed it too, Trite. This witness's mental state is highly unstable right now.
I'm gonna give you
It's not hard to understand why she would make a little mistake like that. Well, then maybe you shouldn't be cross-examining her?
Seriously, though.
Right now?
Sorry, but that's not gonna cut it.
What did you say?
If there truly was no light in the garden, then there's a fatal contradiction in this witness's last bit of testimony. Did you say Nick?
I did.
Damn it.
Nick.
May I? Recall the witness's statement about her attacker. She said that she didn't know if it was a man or a woman, an adult or a child. And yet, the witness, oh fuck! I didn't get to see what that said.
The witness could describe a person that was standing behind her attacker.
That! And she was quite clearly described him as a man. In other words, that would have to mean that Maya actually saw our mysterious person, despite it being so dark that she couldn't see the face of her own attacker. Did you yell no?
I did.
Discord's not happy.
It's not.
Order.
Also, I can't really scream super loud right now.
That's totally fine.
My throat is still Dahlia-fied, so
that's totally
Godot
fine.
is hurting me.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
Order! Order!
I was just gonna say Discord cut, like, because it was really long, and Discord apparently cut it off because Eco told me, and I was like, well.
Yeah. Yeah, your scream, it completely was like just the first second, and then it was gone.
I was like, well, glad I did that.
Oh. We missed the no. Discord just hates things today. Yeah. Eco asked, do you want the tea?
Which tea? The one that you claim that I like, that I don't believe you? That one?
Order! 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 What in the world does this all mean, Mr. Wright? Are you saying Miss Faye saw the real killer under pitch black conditions?
No, said Eco.
No, the mint
with
with honey. The mint one? I guess? I don't really like
Eco
tea.
failed tea time IRL.
Trite. Do you have any idea what you're proposing? How could she have seen in the dark? There was no other light source at the scene.
There are some things that you can only see in the dark, Mr. Godot. Maya, you did see who the killer was in the dark, and now you're trying to cover for him.
Cover? For the man that killed her mother?
There's only one conclusion I can draw from this. You know who the man is. It's not a man.
Please, Nick. I don't know anything. Please, I'm begging you.
Ah. You talk a good game, Trite, but let's see if you can walk the walk. It was pitch black, so what could the witness see? I'm calling your bluff.
No, Nick, don't. Please, stop.
Maya's dead set on protecting this guy. The man who murdered Maya's long-lost mother. But I can't let him get away with it. I'm a lawyer, an officer of the court. I'm here to find the truth.
Alright, Mr. Wright. Time to show us what you've got. Who was this person that you say Maya Faye saw in the darkness?
It was Pearls.
pearls.
The only guy that we could say is Larry.
Untrue.
Who else was on? No one was on that side. Well, Larry wasn't either, to be frank. But
Well,
no guy.
Let's think about this. So she said it was a guy, and she could see. Now, how could she see in the dark?
Oh, are we proving that, not the person?
Well, it goes together. There's one person who you could see in the dark.
I
For
mean,
sure.
Godot, if his visor is lit up?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? All right, present Godot.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Present Godot.
Because it was pitch black, Miss Fey was able to recognize the killer easily. I'm sure the court would like to see for itself how this is possible, yes?
What? But how do you propose to show us something like that?
It's easy. We just need to recreate the conditions of that night.
Conditions?
Your Honor, the defense officially requests that the lights in this courtroom be turned off.
What? This is... But it can't be!
Ah. That was a nice bit of deduction. Trite.
Why the fuck was he there? What the fuck? And also, didn't he like Mia? Why would he kill Mia's mother? Or attack my... I'm confused. Well, everyone, this is the man Maya saw on the night of the murder.
That's creepy, I'd run.
Yeah.
Order, order, order!
Shout out to the person who just flipped the lights off without waiting for the judge to okay it.
Prosecutor Godot, what is the meaning of this?
That does not surprise me, Squeak.
Surely you must be shocked to hear yourself accused of such a thing. Why aren't you denying it?
Ah. Your Honor, you're asking the wrong person.
What do you mean by that?
If you've got a question, ask the witness. That's one of my rules.
Well, Maya, how about it? What you saw that night? Was it 3 glowing red lights? Why won't you tell us?
Well, witness.
Why are you protecting him?
Well, witness, answer the question.
You're wrong. I never saw that.
But Maya!
I thought the person that stabbed my mother was a man. For a totally different reason.
Well, what?
Maya, damn it.
Why protect Godot?
Well, witness.
I didn't get to read the rest.
Stop your chattering, Your Honor.
Chattering?
If it's worth asking, ask the witness. That's one of my rules. He should publish a book. He's got a lot of rules.
All right.
Yeah. They were going to make him drink bourbon, but they changed it to coffee to make it more kid-friendly. But this isn't a kid game. Questions I have.
Well, then let's continue with the testimony. The testimony. Please tell us how you knew the killer was a man.
Yes, Your Honor. I didn't realize it until after I woke up, but...
The killer.
When I came to, I was just lying there on the training hall floor. By the time I got back to the garden, the place had totally changed. The torches were lit, and the body was gone. And all of the snow around the stone lantern had been carefully cleaned up, too. Since the person did all that work alone, I just assumed it was a man.
I don't know. If I was a murderer, I would try my best to not get caught, even if I'm a woman. What? What?
So it was after the crime took place that the witness came to think the killer was a man.
Yes, that's right. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
No need to apologize. It's as Mr. Godot said, you're utterly exhausted. It's only natural that you would be a little confused.
You lying.
Which is why we should be having this trial right now.
Exactly.
Also, if you consider the situation you described, it doesn't seem too much of a stretch to assume the culprit was a man. Mr. Wright, proceed with your cross-examination.
I call bullshit. Alright.
Okay,
What,
so
we
we want to press the torches were lit.
The torches were lit and the body was gone. Okay. The torches were lit?
Yes, that's how I noticed that the whole scene had changed.
I'm going to say it was the killer who lit the torches. I mean, who else could it be?
The killer probably lit them since it would be impossible to do any cover-up work in the dark. However, if that's true, there's one thing that still bothers me. Why did the killer go to the effort to move the body?
That's true. It's hard to see how that would be of any advantage to the killer. The only one who would gain anything from that would be the only person that was at the inner temple, Maya.
Very well. Let me hear some more about the contradiction at the scene of the crime.
Same thing.
Okay, so we want to press this one, all the snow around the stone lantern.
Okay. You could just make assumptions instead. That's this whole game in a nutshell. So you're saying the killer cleaned up the snow? It did really look odd. The snow was removed in an unnatural looking rectangular shape around the lantern.
There were a lot of shovels around the inner temple, but they're all really heavy. Way too heavy for me to use.
An odd fellow indeed, this killer. Why on earth would anyone want to take the snow away?
Well, there's one thing I can think of. Didn't you say that there's a lot of the victim's blood sprayed into the snow? And on her, but I don't see anything.
Yeah.
So,
The area I collapsed in ended up being splattered.
in other words, the killer's purpose was to hide the bloody snow. I think that's the most reasonable explanation.
Perhaps. However, there's something that's bothering me. If the killer just wanted to hide the snow with blood on it, there was no need to remove that amount.
That's true. He could have scooped up just the snow that was stained with blood.
It looks like there are some mysteries behind this issue.
But I think this will help explain them.
They don't, though.
Okay, so now we need to press on by the time I got back to the garden.
Okay, going backwards. By the time I got back to the garden. Naturally, the killer must have done it, right?
Yes, I think so.
Aliens. But why would the killer tamper with the crime scene like that? There must have been something that the killer desperately wanted to hide.
Santa Claus himself has returned to his people and just in time for
The truth
Christmas.
is,
Check out this
when I
footage.
saw the crime scene, I felt something.
You did?
Yes. I felt like the killer was hiding the evidence for me. For my sake.
What? Hiding it for you?
Everyone knew that I was the only one at the inner temple that night. If Sister Bikini had come back and looked at the garden...
She may have thought that you had done it.
No, she definitely would have thought so. And you're saying that's why the killer cleaned up the crime scene to make it look like nothing had happened?
Yes, I'm sure of it.
Fender, thank you for 300 pride biddies and sharing with 3 others in chat. Oh my god, why are we talking about yellow polka dot bikini? I don't want to imagine that with Bikini.
Someone said it was Sister Bikini with a glow in a glow in the dark bikini. Which I wish was the truth.
That would be so fucking funny.
Well, that's certainly an important piece of information. I want you to add that to your testimony.
It's Your Honor.
I think it was for my sake.
Mm-hmm.
So do we present something or?
We need to present something. So a lot of the evidence was destroyed except for one thing. There was like one bit of
The
evidence
victim
left.
staff?
No.
Oh. The Iris's hood?
No.
Crystal sphere?
No.
Crane's talisman?
No.
Damn it. The
Something that
dagger?
was actually
Oh,
at
at the stone lantern.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. The body of Elise Deauxnim was carried all the way to Hazakura Temple's courtyard. Then at the garden, the real scene of the crime, the snow that we suspect was covered in blood was scooped up and removed. It's reasonable to believe all this was done in an attempt to hide the true crime scene. However, there's still one matter that seems somewhat odd.
Oh, and what would that be?
You must have figured it out by now, Mr. Godot. It's the message written in blood on the lantern that he can't see because he's got a red visor.
Yep. There
So
you go.
he was the bitch cleaning everything up.
Mm-hmm.
Although, how could he have seen the snow? What?
Anyway. Guess he just assumed. Like, he just
and that's
cleaned
why
all
he
of it.
over-cleaned?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck was Godot doing there? Anyway. That's why he didn't show up till later, and it was Franziska.
Uh-huh.
What the fuck? Weirdest plot twist, but okay. It was written very clearly on the white stone lantern. I mean, this game would do it.
I'm just saying about the other plot twists we've seen in this case,
True. Maya. If the killer was so motivated to protect Maya from suspicion, then why didn't they wipe the writing off the lantern?
Oh, you're right. Order, order, order. But, Mr. Wright, isn't it a fact that the killer was trying to cover up the crime scene?
Indeed, but it doesn't make much sense to move the body and remove the bloody snow, then not wipe the most incriminating thing of all, the bloody writing.
But if that's the case, do you have an explanation for the killer's mysterious behavior? Why would this killer move the body and remove all that snow, but then leave the bloody writing on the lantern?
So I assume...
Take the massive controls in the other
Wolf
room.
Handle,
I
thank
have
you
to
for
go
the
on the
resub, Oitsu!
I don't know what you just said.
Thank you for 31
Oitsu,
freaking months
my
of
food.
support. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hey. I assume that he was stabbing her because she was about to kill Maya, so it was self-defense. So I don't know how that much really. Anyway, it's just.
anyway.
I don't know what the killer's plan was, but it's a fact that the killer left the writing on the lantern. Oh my god, no joke. I thought this earlier and I should have fucking said it. But when it showed the phone for the call for Iris, I thought that looks an awful lot like Godot's phone, but I'm sure it's just the same resource because they didn't want to do another phone. I even thought that! I'm mad about it.
It wasn't his ringtone, though.
It wasn't his. Well, no, because that's the one that Iris had. It's just the phone looked very.
Oh, right. Yeah, you're right.
So. Sure you did, Kat. That's why I should have said it! Anyway. But it's a fact that the killer left the writing on the lantern. There must be a reason for it.
Well, Mr. Wright, let's hear your opinion.
He couldn't fucking see it.
Why did the killer leave the message written in blood on the lantern?
The killer didn't notice it.
Mm-hmm.
Prosecutor Godot, earlier in this trial, you gave me some good advice. Want to eliminate the impossible? Whatever remains must be the truth.
Maybe you're not as dumb as I thought.
The real killer wanted to disguise the fact that a crime had occurred there. Well, maybe I am, but...
Well, maybe I am.
If that's the case, they wouldn't have left the bloody writing on the stone lantern on purpose. Therefore, it must mean that they didn't notice it.
But that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, she wasn't
The
there
torches were all lit and everything. There's no way any normal person would miss something as glaring as that.
You're right. There's no way any normal person would.
What? What are you trying to say, Mr. Wright?
There's only one person involved in this incident who could have
Sister
missed
Bikini.
seeing the Sister Bikini, who could have missed seeing the bloody writing altogether.
Who would that be? Who is this person that could have failed noticing the bloody writing?
Really? Godot. Present Godot.
Mr. Bikini. Yeah.
God damn it. It was Larry. He thought it was paint.
Mr. Godot.
God damn it. Mr. Godot, this is what you said yesterday.
My eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything.
You can't see everything? Is that correct, Mr. Godot?
This lantern was submitted as evidence today. I would like the court to think back to the moment it was first presented.
This lantern! There's something written on it. Well, why? It's written in blood!
Nonsense. This lantern, it's as clean as a whistle.
F. Mr. Godot, just admit it. There are certain colors you can't see, correct? You can't see red on a white background, can you? That's right. We went through this once before, during the poisoning case at Tribulations.
This is the apron the delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time, and somehow spilled coffee on.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Uh-huh.
There's something still bothering me, Mr. Godot. Why have you not explained the bloodstain to the court?
Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be?
I don't think back then I realized it was his goggles.
Uh-huh.
Don't play games, Mr. Prosecutor. The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron.
That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about a blood stain.
We just thought he was stupid. We just thought he was like, it's jam. I don't know. You could see the coffee on the white apron, but you couldn't see the ketchup because it was red.
It's strange. In a black and white photo, those letters would have appeared black to me. I wonder, why am I the only one that can't see them?
So then, Mr. Godot, are you admitting it? Are you admitting that you can't see the red writing on the lantern?
Hey, Gramps, didn't you know? That's the reason why I don't drink red tea.
That's not. There's only black tea and green tea. Is there red tea?
Yeah.
Oh. I wasn't sure about it until now, but I just can't believe it. Prosecutor Godot is the murderer. But there's no going back now. I finally figured out the truth. Yep. Ruibus?
Ruibus.
Okay. That. Mr. Godot, the defense at this time formally accuses you. You are the murderer of Elise Deauxnim, also known as Miss Misty Fay.
It's hard to believe this may be true. However, once again, Mr. Wright has brought up a disquieting fact about you.
Just
Blood
make
red.
sure you don't fill out the indictment in red ink, Gramps. Come on, how does little graffiti make me into the killer? Besides, it's not like it's my name that's written there.
I mean, I'm certain that the killer wasn't able to see the red color.
This is rich. Do go on, Trite.
The answer is right there at the crime scene. In the snow.
The snow? How so?
Well, for example, why did the killer move all that snow? Your Honor, you said it yourself. If he wanted to hide the bloody snow, why not take just that area?
Yes, why didn't he take just that area?
God damn it.
Oh! Could it be?
He couldn't see it. Yes, the killer couldn't see the red blood that had seeped into the snow. And so he had to remove all of the snow. He couldn't be sure of where the blood had landed, so he removed the whole area.
Isn't it more likely that the killer couldn't see the blood because it was dark?
Not a chance. The torches were all lit. He would have just been able to see fine. He would have been able to see just fine.
That.
It seems that once again, this trial has taken an unexpected turn, to say the least. To say the fucking least. Can you explain this, Mr. Godot?
Why are we protecting him?
Wait just a minute.
Maya.
Well, what is it, witness?
Mr. Godot isn't the killer. After all, he didn't even come to the Inner Temple until 2 days after the murder took place. He didn't show up until after that old bridge got fixed up.
Objection!
Maya. You can't testify to something like that.
Why? What do you mean? I may not look it, but I'm...
After the murder happened, you didn't even exist.
She didn't? I'm afraid I don't follow. Because she was...
Are you senile, old man? We established this just a little while ago. After the murder, this witness was unconscious for a long time. Because she was channeling Dahlia Hawthorne.
Oh, that's right.
Please, Your Honor, let me add to my testimony. Nick, please listen to me.
I don't give a fuck that you're protecting Godot. Like, I really don't. I don't understand it. I don't care. Do you plan to cover for Godot?
Maybe Godot's her dad.
I thought that just now. Like, I was like, I swear to God, if he's your fucking father, and that's why you're protecting him, and that's why he was protecting you, and this is some old bullshit, and that's why he's so mad at Phoenix, even though Phoenix still didn't do shit. I swear.
Man. What's gonna happen is it's gonna be that Dahlia and Iris had a triplet that we never talked about.
It's gonna be some bullshit. Isn't he like Mia's age? Yeah. A
well, we
little
can
older, I
look.
think. Yeah, we
Hold
can
on.
look right here.
Let's look right now. He is. Oh well, fuck. He is
It
question
doesn't
mark.
And it doesn't say
So
how
who
old
the fuck
she
knows?
is. So who the fuck knows?
I guess if you're dead, you have no age. So I mean,
Yeah, you have no age if you're dead. Just deceased. That's the only fact about you.
right.
Anyway. Do you plan to cover for Godot no matter what the cost? If that's the case, then I've got no choice. Your Honor, let's hear her testimony. If it means we're going to hear the whole truth, I say we should not silence her.
Nicely done, Trite.
Mia was 27 in the first game. If she was still alive, she would be 29. I feel like Godot's a lot older, though, because he was helping her the first time she was doing court.
Mm-hmm.
And why would she go into court instead? It's, oh my God, I swear to God, if he's their dad.
I got it from my daddy.
I got it, Daddy. God damn it. I swear to God right now. I'm going to fucking flip my bottle of water because I don't know what else to flip.
Oh, he's flipping a bitch.
He doesn't seem that old to me, but he was her mentor. So that means he was in law for a while before Mia came in. So I would.
He's also a cyborg,
surprised.
so does age matter?
Does age matter? Also,
He's a cyborg. Maybe they put his consciousness into a robot, and then
still would mean Godot is at least 47. His hair's white, and it wasn't then. I mean,
well,
we don't know.
Maya's only 19 though.
I swear.
So,
swear to God. I swear to fucking God.
Very well, let's hear the witness's testimony. Please tell us what happened at the Inner Temple after the murder.
I mean, it could be brother, but like...
okay.
What, do they just ignore the men exist? I don't know.
Morgan did.
Morgan did. Did she have a son? No, she didn't.
No, I met her husband.
Oh, yeah, fair.
Yes, sir. After I woke up, I began channeling, and my spirit left me, as it were. But little Pearlie was there at the Inner Temple, too.
After the incident. Okay.
I was also stuck on the Inner Temple side that night.
The next morning, she looked around but couldn't find anyone. The next day, when the bridge was finally fixed, she was in the spare prep room. That's when Mr. Godot arrived at the Inner Temple for the first time. He found Pearlie first and cheered her right up.
How the fuck do you know this? You were Iris. Or you were Dahlia.
I don't
Who
know.
is this Pearlie?
That's my little cousin, Pearl Faye.
So when did you hear about this?
Oh, just a while ago when I was in the medical office.
I'm terribly sorry, but what you heard from someone else is simply not admissible as testimony.
Yeah, it's not.
What? Come on. Pearlie would never tell a lie. She's a way more honest person than I'll ever be.
Real smart, Maya. You
Say
always
that on
know
the
the best thing
stand.
to say when you're under oath.
The prosecution has no objection. We believe the witness.
Mr. Godot!
Let's just move on to the cross-examination. If the defense has no objections.
This is highly unusual, but... Well, Mr. Wright?
Let's get this cross-examination started. I have to say, though, I really hope he's not their dad, because if he's calling his daughter Kitten, that's really fucking creepy. After the incident.
Alright, we want to press on the last one.
He found Pearlie first and cheered her right up. Press. He cheered her up?
That's what Pearlie said. She said he was a very nice older gentleman. Thank you for looking after my cousin, Mr. Godot.
And here I was thinking you were nothing more than a coffee addict.
I mean, is he?
Cut it out. You're making me blush.
Bella Coco! It's a wolf handle! I got it from my daddy! God damn it. Thank you for the guys. This guy's really beginning to get on my nerves in more ways than one.
The truth is, there aren't that many places to look on the Inner Temple side. The policemen were all busy going over the garden with fine-tooth combs. So I decided to carry out an investigation in my own way, Godot style. Like highly caffeinated, is that what you're saying?
I'm the same way. I like to hand down verdicts in my own way, judge style.
Great.
Maybe I should ask some questions, Phoenix style.
Phoenix style.
Godot's investigation?
Yep.
Oh, okay. You said that you conducted an investigation of your own. Did you find anything?
It looks like my investigation went about as well as yours, Trite. After all, I did miss the bloody writing on the lantern.
Well, I didn't miss it, so speak for yourself, Goggles.
The only odd thing I discovered was the beauty in the training hall. Sister Bikini?
Beauty?
Misty
Yes,
Faye,
please.
naturally. Oh no!
Oh.
I mean... Godot, you're
Just
playing into this theory a little too hard.
Yep.
Clad in her stunning Japanese garb, surrounded by the hue and aroma of Western tastes.
Western tastes. Could he find a stranger way to describe gravy?
So from there you headed for the prep room?
Wait a sec. What did Godot just say now? Say just now? I can read. I keep switching words. I've noticed real bad today. I think I found his proverbial weak spot. The fact he's their dad. There's only one thing of any importance here. Where was Godot when the murder was taking place? He must have already been at the Inner Temple when it happened. Otherwise, he couldn't have killed Miss Elise Deauxnim. And adding words.
You know, it happens. Alright, so we want to go to... that's when Mr. Godot arrived. And then we need to present the the gravy.
Alright, the
Scroll.
hanging scroll. I like how everyone thought bikini. Yes. Mr. Godot.
I'm always gonna say Bikini for everything.
Hell
She
yeah.
did it.
I love
For
Sister
sure.
Bikini. The first time you crossed Dusky Bridge and went into the Inner Temple was long before the murder took place.
Why do you say that?
Because he just made one fatal slip-up. The Hanging Squirrel in the training hall.
Hanging Squirrel?
But Mr. Godot was right. That scroll shows a picture of my mother.
But why would he know that before the gravy? Maya, I know you know who it is, but here's something you
He
don't
can
know.
see through gravy.
He
can't see
through
red, but
his
he can
visor,
see through
his X-ray vision. By the time the bridge had been repaired 2 days after the murder, the Hanging Squirrel in the training hall looked like this.
What's that wonderfully delicious smell?
Is that actually the scroll? Did we pull the scroll out?
No,
Or-
why didn't we take a picture of it?
I thought that's what we did.
Uh,
The morning after the crime, someone covered it with gravy.
Gravy? But why gravy, Nick?
Because gravy was much more than a condiment to the culprit. Well, Mr. Godot, if you really hadn't seen the Hanging Squirrel until after the murder, you wouldn't have had any way of knowing that it was Misty Fey.
Nick,
Yes?
take another look at the hanging scroll. Look at the top. There's a crest there.
Crests! Crests! Ah, that. Isn't that the mark of the master, correct?
Exactly. So if you know the meaning of the mark,
Then you could guess that it was a picture of Misty Fey on there.
True, but Mr. Godot described that was what was underneath like this, clad in her stunning Japanese garb surrounded by the hue and aroma of Western tastes.
has entered the chat. Oh,
Yes, it's possible that he knew what the crest meant. However, he couldn't have known what she was wearing Japanese clothing. That she was wearing. Mr. Godot, on the day of the murder, can you just admit that you were the murderer? Can you just say that you did it? You were hiding at the Inner
Talk about how he
Temple
did
long before the crime took place.
Can I ask you just one thing, Trite?
What is it?
This whole theory of yours, it all rests on a certain assumption. That I knew beforehand that a crime was going to be committed.
that's right. Otherwise, there's no reason for him to sneak onto the crime scene.
Of course Mr. Godot knew about the plan.
Huh?
What did you say? Is it really possible that another person knew of that plan?
What we presented. The burnt
We
letter, or are we going to
presented.
profiles?
No, it's the burnt letter.
It is the burnt letter?
Yeah, I gotta find it. There it is. Yeah.
This crime was actually planned over a year ago. Morgan Fay authored the plan for her daughter's future, and these instructions were hidden somewhere in Fay Manor for a year. However, by the time little Pearls found these instructions, they had already been unsealed.
Unsealed?
Yes, the killer had read these instructions long before Pearls ever found them. That's how he knew the crime was to take place at the Inner Temple.
And you still insist this crafty killer is me?
You bet I do.
But you just said that the instructions were hidden.
That's right. Mr. Godot couldn't have known where the instructions were hidden.
If he really wanted to know, he had one great chance to find out.
Yes, and when was that?
During a visit,
A visit?
Morgan Fay told her daughter, Pearl, about where the instructions were hidden. During one of her visits to the detention center. That would be the only time for someone to have learned where they were hidden.
Eavesdropping on a visit at the detention center?
Yes, it would be arranged if you were someone with easy access in and out of there. Like, for example, a prosecutor such as Godot!
Order, order, order. Mr. Godot, you're under fire again.
This murder could not have been carried out without prior knowledge. And you were the only one that could have acquired this information before the murder. Hi, Katana.
Humans are afraid of...
Oh, that's you. Wow. My bad.
Humans are afraid of the dark, and yet, at the same time, we're fascinated and bewitched by it. Maybe that's why humans drink the darkness that is coffee. No, but okay.
I mean, my coffee is as dark as my soul. It's iced coffee with a shit ton of sugar and cream.
Well, then it's...
Exactly.
I mean...
Sorry for always asking, but what does that mean?
It means there's a reason for everything. According to your theory, the killer in this case eavesdropped on a conversation during a jail visit where he learned of a hidden plan for a crime. After discovering the plans, he hid in the inner temple and waited for the crime to occur. Then he ultimately took a person's life. And he did all of that just to protect this witness?
That's right.
If you're accusing me of this crime, I have to ask you, why would I do this? This girl is nothing but a stranger to me. I've got no reason to go...
Sorry.
I've got no reason to go through that kind of trouble to protect her.
Hi, Socio Gaming.
I am what you see. I am certainly not the type to rescue the damsel in distress. Who, Phoenix?
That's why you don't rescue Phoenix, yeah.
The killer's behavior is certainly extreme, for lack of a better word. Even considering that the killer wanted to protect this witness's life, his behavior is still a little too unnatural.
However, you had a good reason, didn't you, Mr. Godot? You're their dad. An unshakable reason that forced you to protect this witness at all costs. I'm assuming it's because she's Mia's sister.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it. You figured it out, haven't you, Nick?
Maya, I guess you were doing your best to cover for Godot. For the same reason, huh? I mean, other than the fact maybe he was Mia's lover.
Dad or lover, who knows?
Dad or lover?
Daddy or daddy?
God damn it.
Okay, Trite, I'm all ears. Let's hear it.
It's very simple. Maya Fey is a lot more than just a stranger to you.
What's this?
There's one person who lies at the very center of this whole story. One person that ties
Your Bikini!
you and Maya Fey together inextricably.
It's Sister Bikini!
You're all going to jail now. God damn it. So it's Mia.
Yeah.
All right. There's a very good reason why Maya Fey's life is so precious to you. After all, she is Mia Fey's only sister.
Mia Fey?
You once worked alongside her. That was when you were a defense attorney.
Wait a second here. Mr. Godot is a defense attorney?
With your honor's piercing intellect, you must have figured it out by now. The real
That's
name of
what
this
you
man,
find shocking.
who calls himself Godot, his real name is Diego Armando. Isn't that right?
The last time someone called me by that name was over 6 years ago.
Oh, Lord.
Diego Armando. That name rings a bell.
It should, Your Honor. All of this is related to a single case. A case in which a convict named Terry Falls killed himself. Mia Fey's first time in court, the tragic outcome left a deep wound in her heart. She knew that behind it all was a heartless, scheming demoness in disguise. But in the end, Mia couldn't tear off that disguise. However, there was one man who reached out to help her. Diego Armando, a senior defense attorney at the office where Mia worked.
It's my fault. It's all my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself. This is you now.
Okay.
I'm cyborg, you know.
Mia, you can't cry yet. Oh yeah.
You?
The
That just
only
looked like
time a
coffee,
lawyer
though.
The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. Tim. Daddy or Daddy? Wolf Handle, thank you for the clip.
I was moved by her. The way she put all her faith in her clients, that pure sweetheart of hers. That's why I could never forgive Dahlia Hawthorne. Mia and I thoroughly investigated that fake kidnapping incident. Then one fateful day, Dahlia wanted to meet with me. It had been 6 months since the trial. We met in the courthouse cafeteria.
Huh, I just remembered. 6 years ago, right here in this courtroom, you were poisoned.
Even I didn't see it coming. Dahlia Hawthorne slipped some poison into my coffee.
I don't think we knew that until this point. Did we? I don't remember.
I think they referenced it at some point. But
Oh no, he's hot
Like,
without the visor.
briefly.
Yeah, but he kept calling her kitten.
he did. He's better in the anime. Just saying.
Some newspapers at the time called it a murder. But very little information about the case was released to the press.
But you weren't dead at all.
No official reports ever actually called it a murder. I was just in a deep, deep coma.
I see.
My body shut down and my life became nothing but a long, deep sleep. That woman's poison did a real number on my central nervous system. I lost my sight, and all of my hair turned white due to the damage it caused.
Oh, okay. Not because of his age.
That's terrible.
Apparently, it was a miracle that I ever regained consciousness. 5 years had passed since I drank that poison brew. Then one morning, my eyes flew open from the smell of a doctor's cup of coffee.
That's...
For 5 years? You were asleep for 5 years?
I think coffee could bring you out of a coma, Cat, so you should probably not be judging.
And the worst possible news was waiting for me. Mia Fey was dead. From the very moment I opened my eyes, I had already lost everything I thought I had. The woman I loved had been murdered.
Okay,
And the
so
woman I loathed had been sentenced to death.
the other daddy.
The woman
just
you
made it-
loved?
I just made a joke, and then you got very emotional about it, and I was like, well, I'm gonna keep this going. Because I knew that wasn't true.
Oh my god. Sarah, thank you for the 500 biddies and daddy. Oh my god.
Daddy.
Text to speech said it. Oh my god, thank you, Soothsayer.
Beautiful.
I mean, it makes sense for him to go either way. Alright. Did you say the woman who had spiked my coffee?
Did you say the woman you loathed?
Yes. Before the
Okay, I didn't.
alert.
Okay.
The woman who had spiked my scalding hot coffee? Dahlia Hawthorne. Ha, good old Mia. She didn't let me down. She got her revenge before she checked out. In the end, there wasn't anyone waiting for me when I woke up.
That's so sad.
For someone like me, for someone who had slept away their best days, there were only 2 reasons left to live. And it was for those 2 reasons that I decided to become a prosecutor.
If I may ask, what were your 2 reasons to live?
The first was you, Trite.
Huh? Me? But also, if she doesn't want anything to happen to Phoenix, why the fuck is Godot being such a dick?
Well, he hasn't actually talked to her. To know.
But he saw her possess pearls. Anyway.
If I hadn't drank that stupid poison, Mia Fey never would have died, much less the way she did. You were the only one who was there to protect her. But you let her die. It was all your fault.
It wasn't like that.
I wanted to see for myself what kind of man you really were.
So that's why you became a prosecutor.
My other reason for living. She goes by the name of Maya Fey.
Huh? You mean me?
You were the only way I could make up for the sin of not saving Mia. 1 year ago, when the Karain Village incident was resolved, it was obvious that Morgan Fey was planning something. Whatever her evil plan was, I was determined to stop it. My role as a prosecutor put me in the perfect position to do something about her.
That's how you overheard Pearl's visit with Morgan at the detention center.
I knew that the time was drawing near. Since I knew the plan, I thought I could foil it. My goal was to outwit the plan. I thought if I could do that, I could keep that girl from being caught up in it.
That makes sense. If Pearls had known that the actual purpose of the plan was to kill Maya, she never would have helped out.
Finally, the day of the plan was drawing near. I contacted both of my accomplices.
Accomplices?
Iris of Hazakura Temple and Misty Fey. And Sister Bikini.
And Sister Bikini.
It was Sister Bikini, okay?
She was the only one left out of this. F.
I know, right? That's suspicious AF.
And
She
Larry,
did it.
but we don't talk about it.
Well, we don't talk about Larry. He doesn't know what's going on half the time.
It's true.
I especially needed the help of Iris. She was to take the fall in my backup plan in case we couldn't control Pearl Fey.
But how did you contact my mother? She had been missing for almost 20 years.
Officially, yes.
What? What do you mean officially?
You've heard about it, haven't you? About the strong ties between the main family and the government?
Now that you mention it, Bikini did say something to that effect. She said that the Master of the Karain had great authority.
Even without her official position, Misty Fey still wielded great influence. The police have been keeping an eye on her movements all this time. That's how I was able to contact her. Again, because of my position as a prosecutor.
So my mother was cooperating with you?
Don't ever forget, no matter how far away from you she was, she never stopped thinking about you.
She was always...
That's why I knew she would do anything to protect you. If you want to know how strong her resolve to protect you was, look at her staff.
Her staff? The one with the sword in it?
The day the plan was to be carried out arrived soon enough. We met for the first time at Hazakura Temple. That's when your mother showed me her special staff. I realized it then, just how far she was willing to go. She was ready to use that sword to protect you from Morgan Fey, if necessary. Yes, even if it meant paying the ultimate price.
Poor Maya.
That night, the night of the crime, there was just one way to stop Morgan's evil plan.
You mean Pearls? Don't you?
We had to make sure she didn't channel Dahlia Hawthorne.
That was you.
Oh, right, it was me. Well, Pearl, what are you going to do tonight? If you'd like, you can come to my room. Perhaps we can read some books together.
We thought we could prevent her from playing her part in Morgan's plan. But she never showed up.
She was worried and followed me to the inner temple.
That was the thing we were most afraid of. And that's why Misty Faye had to do the channeling herself. She channeled Dahlia Hawthorne into her own body.
What? What do you mean?
If she channeled the spirit first, then Pearls wouldn't be able to do it herself.
As Master of Karain, Misty Faye's power was supreme. So that's how it went down. She channeled Dahlia Hawthorne so that Pearl Faye wouldn't be able to.
What? Is this true?
My role in the plan was to make sure no one was going to hurt Maya Faye. That's why I hid myself in the inner temple, just in case you needed to be saved from Dahlia Hawthorne.
Godot.
Anyway, that's all I'm gonna admit to, Trite.
I mean... Huh?
There's no doubt about it, you're a great defense attorney, but you're going to have to do the rest yourself.
Okay.
The background leading up to this incident has been laid bare.
It seems obvious.
There's just one question remaining, right? Who killed the victim? There are only two possible suspects right now. Maya Faye. And I'm sad to say, you, Mr. Godot.
Well, Trite, if you're the real deal, then finish this thing once and for all. Show us beyond a shadow of a doubt that you can finish this on your own.
No, Nick. Please don't.
Maya.
Did you say Maya?
I did. But Maya.
Okay, cut it out.
I heard the whole thing from my sister in the medical office. That's why I have to protect Mr. Godot. I can't do it. I can't testify against him. After all, he's the man who put his life on the line to protect Mia. And me too.
Maya, I know that. Did you say Nick?
I did.
Okay. But even so, it doesn't absolve him from his crime. Please, Maya, testify. Bye, Selkie.
Miss Faye, your testimony, please.
This is the final testimony. Don't bother trying to hide anything, because I'll know. I want to hear the truth from your own lips.
I understand. I'm sure you're right. I'm ready now, Nick.
All right, young lady. Tell us about the moments before you lost consciousness. What exactly happened at the time of the murder?
What the fuck? I'm assuming this is actually the last testimony?
This is the last testimony, yes.
Okay. The time of the murder.
Just before it happened, I think I saw some red lights. 3 of them. I thought I'd ask for help, but just then I was splattered with blood. She wasn't dead, though, and she struck back at the enemy behind her. Suddenly, the red lights went out, and the whole area was dark. Just at that moment, there was a horrible scream. Right after that, Dahlia collapsed, and I lost consciousness.
These red lights! I thought you said you don't remember seeing them.
I'm sorry. I thought I saw them, but then they disappeared all of a sudden.
Ha. Things break, Trite. Even the best of theories. Who was it that stabbed Misty Faye? It looks like you still can't prove it.
Maya's telling the truth this time, I know it. The rest is up to me. It was Pearl possessing Mia. I don't fucking know.
Well then, Mr. Wright. Proceed with your final cross-examination of the witness.
I need to pee real quick.
Do you want to go do that?
Yes, I would like to.
Okay. Go.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Bye!
She's gone. This is my stream now. Godot does care for others, even if he's a jerk in this. Are you sure he's better in the anime? I think he's less creepy in the anime. From what I remember, he wasn't as much of an ass in the anime. Kita takeover. It's my stream now, suckers. So how's everyone? How's everyone doing? Are you ready for the millionth testimony in this case? Kita for the win. You're good? You have a cold, though? I hope you feel better. You're about 40 minutes away from shutting your laptop and playing the Pokemon expansion. Well?
I'm here.
Hello. Welcome back.
It's a Kita stream. Oh, okay. We ready?
All right, so we want to press on. Just at that moment, there was a horrible scream.
Okay, so that's
like one of the last ones.
Just at that moment, there was a horrible scream. Press! What do you mean by just at that moment? Do you mean the moment when the red lights went out?
Yes, that's right.
The scream that you heard then, was it Dahlia Hawthorne?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it was a man's voice.
What? What? So then the scream came from the killer?
It's not the killer. That's gotta be it.
I think Dahlia Hawthorne must have taken the blade and attacked the killer with it.
And then the killer let out a scream of pain, huh?
Oh, the dagger that we don't know the
After
blood
that-
is not.
Yeah.
The killer stole the blade back and delivered the final blow, I guess.
Well, Mr. Wright, it seems to make sense to me.
It sounds like a reasonable deduction, but I still kind of wonder. There's a contradiction?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say this, but that interpretation would create an enormous contradiction.
That makes sense. After all, my deductions are almost certainly never correct.
True.
Remember the testimony she just gave. Before the killer let out a scream, Maya said she had already been splattered by the victim's blood. In other words, the blade and the staff had already been plunged into the victim.
Is that right?
She couldn't have struck back with the sword that was already stuck in her body. The weapon that caused the killer to let out a scream must have been something other than the staff.
If you're so sure about that, then don't keep us waiting any longer, Trite.
Alright, I won't. There's only one thing I can think of that could have been used as a weapon here.
If Dahlia Hawthorne had already been stabbed in the back by the staff, what could she have used to strike back at the killer?
The dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Get in there. Get in there. Dagger. Naturally, the dagger the killer brought to the scene of the crime.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
This dagger was found at the crime scene, stuck into a pine tree.
Yes, the detective found that this morning and brought it to me.
Dahlia Hawthorne struck back at the killer with this, and she managed to wound him as well.
Objection.
Just because he let out a scream doesn't mean that he was wounded. For all we know, the blood on the dagger could have been from the victim.
Have you forgotten that the blood has already been tested? Since we learned it wasn't the victim's blood, it must be the killer's blood. The killer must have a wound somewhere on his body. Or hers.
So you're saying the blood on this dagger belongs to the killer?
Exactly. A DNA analysis of the blood would prove it beyond a shadow of a doubt. And yes, Mr. Godot, it would prove that it's your blood.
Nice theory, Trite.
Should probably wait till you have it tested and know.
Order! Order in the court!
Is this the end? Have I done it? No. Even he won't be able to change the results of the scientific test. Godot, strip now.
Ha. Let me ask you something, Trite. Let's just say that it turned out that I was the killer. Do you really think I would be stupid enough to leave evidence like that?
What?
Do you say what?
Yeah. What?
Just think for a second. This dagger was found this morning by a detective and brought to me. There was already blood on it, correct? But even so, I was the one who brought this dagger here to the courtroom.
Yes? What does that prove?
Well, if I really were the killer, I could have washed the blade off and then planted another person's blood on it.
It can't be.
In any case, there's one thing I can guarantee, Trite. That blood, it doesn't belong to me. Not a chance.
What?
In any event, it seems to be established that the killer was wounded. All right then, witness. Continue your testimony.
Wait a minute.
What's the problem?
I know I probably shouldn't say this, but there's a big contradiction in Nick's explanation.
Maya?
Did you say Maya?
Maya! I did.
It's just cutting you out all the
Discord,
time. To the point of
why?
hearing nothing. Like, I hear nothing. Not even any indication that it did.
Discord, why?
This dagger, you said that it wounded the killer?
That's right.
But, if Mr. Godot had really been cut with the dagger, his clothes should be bloody or have a rip in them, right?
Maya? Maybe he just changed his clothes? That'd solve the contradiction pretty easily.
Talking about, it's not that simple at all. Remember back to the day of the murder? Everyone that was on the inner temple side got trapped there.
Oh, that's right. And once the bridge was fixed and the police headed to the inner temple, Mr. Godot was already there waiting for them.
He never had a chance to change his clothes.
Ack! God damn it.
Order! Order in the court. Oh, wait, I didn't get to read that.
Well, maybe he brought a change of clothes with him.
But no one could have predicted the lightning strike that shut down the bridge. Why would anyone have thought brought a change of clothes?
Did the judge just take smart pills during this last recess? Well then, maybe the killer took off his clothes before he committed the murder. Maybe he was naked.
He was naked!
That way he couldn't get any blood on them.
That's impossible, Trite. You know how cold it gets up there late at night? After a few minutes with no clothes on, you'd be frozen solid.
Ah!
Godot's run around murdering people naked. Ha. So that's all you've got? I knew you weren't tough enough to finish this. Right now, if Mia Fey were here, which she is, if Mia Fey were here, she would have closed the book on this case already.
If Mia Fey were here.
So come on, Trite. Can you do it or not?
How about it, Mr. Wright? You've accused Mr. Godot of being the killer, but can you prove it? Have you got one piece of evidence? Even one?
The question isn't whether I can prove it or not. The fact is, I have to prove it. That's the only choice I have. I was taught that it's one of the rules of being a lawyer. The coffee kept him warm while he was naked. I can prove it. I'm going to bring your magnificent vengeance to fruition, just as you want it.
Ha! That's good. A fighter till the bitter end, Trite. Since there's just one piece of evidence that can prove your point, why don't we go for the unlimited penalty?
Rude.
Fuck.
Are you trying to pressure me, Mr. Godot? Because it doesn't matter to me. I've got the one piece of evidence I need.
Give me a break. You've got nothing, Trite.
So what do I do at a time like this? It's simple. I've got to think outside the box and approach this from a different angle.
Great.
It's Sister Bikini. No,
All
right,
Sister
then.
Bikini. Finally. Sister Bikini in a bikini. But he
Yes,
couldn't
please.
see her because the bikini was red.
All right then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear what you've got.
There's one thing I've demonstrated in the previous cross-examination. The killer was wounded. That is proven by the blood on the dagger.
But we decided it's impossible for him to have hidden such a wound. If he had been cut by a dagger, there would have been
he's
blood
not
stain on
naked
his
now.
clothing.
It's not naked now, no. There's one place the killer could have hidden his wound.
Well, what did you say?
The killer stabbed him
Hidden?
in the butt.
Oh, that's you.
Hidden?
His visor. This is it. My last stand. I need to think about this from a different angle. I don't need to think about why there was no bloodstains on his clothing. I need to show how he hid the wound.
It's the end of the line. The final stop, Trite. Let's hear what you got. Where's this location where you say the killer hid his wound?
On his visor?
I mean,
That's the only
yeah,
hypothesis I have. But how the fuck do we prove that?
his profile.
Oh, okay. So just present him
Yeah, just present him to himself.
to himself.
Huh, I don't know what you're talking about, and frankly, I don't need to know. What I do know is that you'll never be half the lawyer she was. Isn't that right, Trite? Ooh,
Whoa.
what was that just now? Mia? Can't be. You're living on through him?
Even as we speak, you're still hiding the wound. It's beneath your mask! During the fight, the red lights given off by the killer suddenly disappeared. Seconds later, the killer let out a scream. That's right, your mask went flying off your face. Mr. Godot, would you mind removing your mask? If you have a dagger wound under there somewhere. Then I'd say this whole case is solved. Did his face just explode? What?
I don't know.
Oh, Maya. Boom, headshot.
Just now, I saw her spirit in you.
Hmm?
I never liked you.
No shit.
6 years ago. What gave it away? You helped the woman who put me to sleep by hiding her bottle of poison. And then, while I was sleeping, you let Mia die. But you didn't care. You just kept living your pathetic, go-happy life. You even had the nerve to follow in her footsteps as a lawyer. I could never forgive you. That's what I thought.
Mr. Godot.
But I was wrong about you. I knew it from the very beginning. The truth is, the only person I could never find it in my heart to forgive
Is himself.
is Sister Bikini.
Oh my god, wait.
Was me.
Yourself?
I was the one that failed to protect Mia. Me and no one else. I tried to avert my eyes from the truth, to escape from the harshness of reality. I just couldn't face Mia's death head on, so I ran. I hid beneath a mask. I threw away my true name.
You made a contract with a persona.
I couldn't even deal with being a defense attorney anymore, so I quit.
But you saved Maya.
Yeah, that was my plan. Up until just now, anyway.
What do you mean?
No, I don't give a fuck. No.
Are you listening, Maya? If I had really wanted to save you, then there's one person that I should have gone and talked to right away.
Phoenix.
Who would that be? Are you talking about Nick?
But I didn't do it. I tried to get the help of Iris and your mother, but I closed my eyes to the most important man involved. Do you know why? The real reason?
Because he was wearing red and I couldn't see him. No. Why?
I suppose I wasn't really interested in saving you at all.
Huh?
F?
I think I was just trying to salvage what's left of my own broken soul. I was trying to make up for the fact that I couldn't save Mia. Nothing more.
That's kind of rude.
That's why I let you walk right into a situation that I knew was dangerous. Forgive me.
You're wrong. You put your life on the line to save Maya.
Was it really for Maya's sake? Even I'm not really sure.
Oh no, Lisa. What do you mean by that?
That night in the darkness of the garden, when I saw her silhouette,
There's no song now, so wait till there's.
a part of me must have known the truth. The truth that it wasn't really Dahlia Hawthorne standing there in front of me. It could have been Misty Faye, or even that little girl. But I still picked up the blade. It was like I was dreaming.
Force lightning.
Not exactly sure what was going on in my mind at that point. Was I really motivated by the pure desire to protect Maya Faye? Or was it
Well,
something else?
I'm not gonna ruin the mood with music, so I'll wait till music comes back.
Was it my hatred for a woman who had stolen everything from me 6 years earlier? Could it have been simply a desire for revenge?
Probably.
And now, I don't know anything anymore.
There we go. Night, Gomez.
I did learn something today, however. I finally realized that I was the arrogant one. I was just chasing an illusion, a fantasy. The stupid fantasy of defeating you in the courtroom. You were the one who made me realize my folly. You never ran away from Mia's death. Instead, you picked up where she left off, as a true defender of the people.
I'm trying so hard to multitask.
In that one moment, I understood everything.
Well, there you go. Sal dance. Mr. Godot.
I think you already know this, but if you don't, my name is Diego Armando.
What? We said it alone.
Mr. Armando? I believe in you. I know you were trying to save me.
Oh. Thanks.
Your wound. It's bleeding.
Ha. Did you forget already? In my world, the color red doesn't exist. These must be my tears.
Tears?
Ever since I woke up from my coma, I think I've been waiting for this very moment.
Mr. Armando.
You do well to remember this, Maya. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over.
But that is blood, so you should probably get some hospital treatment.
This time, it really is all over, isn't it? Defendant?
Yes, Your Honor.
Although you weren't directly involved in the murder, tampering with the body and the crime scene is a serious offense in itself.
I understand, Your Honor. Mr. Armando explained that to me very carefully. I knew the risk, and I willingly cooperated anyway.
Very well. Before I hand down my verdict, is there anything you'd like me to say?
Well, there is one thing. I'd like to say something to Mr. Wright. I want to apologize to you.
Apologize to me? For what?
For the case 5 years ago, of course.
I just remembered. Weren't you poisoned by your own lover?
Not exactly, but yeah, something like that.
I mean,
Even
you
now,
ate the bottle, Phoenix.
5 years later, I can hardly believe it. She was going to do it. She was planning to kill me.
It's not all that surprising. The two of you hardly knew each other.
Huh? What do you mean?
You and my sister. You only met twice.
Huh? We only met twice?
The first time you met was on that fateful day. The day she poisoned Mr. Armando in the cafeteria of this very courthouse. The next time you met her was 8 months later. You met her again on the day that she stole your cold medicine. And Doug Swallow was killed.
No way! It can't be true. So you were dating? I mean, during our whole relationship, we were...
For those 8 months, the woman that you thought was Dahlia Hawthorne wasn't actually my sister.
Did you dye your hair red, too? Huh? It wasn't Dahlia.
I hope one day
You mean...
That's right. I lied to you. For 8 months.
So he really fell in love with her.
Mm-hmm.
But why? Why would you do such a thing?
Ever since she gave you the bottle that day, my sister was trying to get it back as soon as she possibly could. Because of the police investigation and their surveillance, she couldn't move about freely.
So that's why you...
My sister, from the beginning, she was prepared for the worst.
Prepared for the worst?
She thought that you might somehow discover the truth. That's why she was always ready to deal with you at a moment's notice.
You mean she was ready to kill me, don't you?
She already had so much to answer for. I didn't want any more sins on her soul. I begged her not to do it, and she agreed to give me a chance.
And that's why you came to me? You came to me to get the bottle pendant back from me in her place.
But I couldn't get you to give it back. I failed at something even as simple as that. 8 months passed and I still couldn't get it back from you. Finally, my sister couldn't wait any longer. She didn't consult me about her plans for you that day. It was the first time that had ever happened.
That was a bit strange, wasn't it? Up until that day, you two were partners in crime, and she would confer with you.
I think she must have noticed.
That I loved you.
Mm-hmm.
Noticed what?
My feelings for you. If I'd found out that she was planning to kill you, I would have done whatever was necessary to stop her. Even if it meant her life.
Damn.
Or mine.
It's intense.
Iris. Aw. That's nice, though, that Phoenix was actually loved.
Yeah, instead of it being all a lie.
Yeah.
I mean, it still was kind of a lie, but not the same lie, a different lie.
Yeah, different lie.
After spending those 8 months by your side, my feelings toward you, they changed.
I have something to say to you, too. I'm with Edgeworth now.
We're very much in love.
I mean, look at us in the corner there.
Edgeworth's just like in the audience, like glaring.
Yes?
You really are the person I always thought you were. Even after Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty, I still believed in you. Aww.
Thank you.
That's really kind of cute. This case was a hell of a roller coaster.
Yes, it was.
I'm still just really salty about the hair color. Like, if you had made her hair color black, I don't know if I would have picked up on it. And, like, any sooner. And then it would have been appropriate. I don't like it when you lie to the player. Just to trick them into not getting it. That's not witty to me. I got upset about that in Heavy Rain as well. I was like, well, fuck you.
Part in Heavy Rain.
I can't say it without it being a spoiler.
Okay, you'll tell me after.
Okay.
So he's Armando now. Does that mean he's you? Or does that mean he's me?
He?
I don't know.
What do you want?
We could read his lines together.
Oh my god. I don't think we'd be in sync enough.
I mean, it'll be a colossal failure. But
we can try.
All right.
Okay. How many cups of darkness
have I drank over the years?
No, because you're slightly behind me.
I'm sorry.
Are they gonna fusion? No, we are one.
Armando,
like slightly behind me.
and Godot are one.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
I'm just the echo, I guess, of who you were. You've kind of changed. I'm just your echo.
Okay. I'll tell you though.
I'll tell you though. Right now.
This one here is
This one here is the greatest cup I think I've ever had.
Don't think. Oh God.
Phoenix Wright.
I can't keep up. I'm laughing too much. What the? Why am I drinking? Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh no, now you're gonna only be able to see red.
And then the judge drinks coffee.
The purpose of this trial was to rule the murder of the victim, Elise Deauxnim. I can read. At some point, I expect you will be tried for your role as an accomplice in this case.
I understand, Your Honor.
Very well. On the charge of the murder, I hereby find the defendant not guilty.
It's like the Lich King merging with Arthes.
Court is now adjourned.
Well, February 10th, 4:51 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. So I guess it's all over. The way everything ended. Was justice really served? The man who risked his life to save Maya is being sent to prison by my own hand.
Of course justice was served.
But Mia! Cover up!
She's holding them, like, she's just holding them in place, because if her hands moved, they would just be out.
Normally I don't care if a person wants to reveal themselves, but this is a child's body.
Yeah, also
So-
a courtroom, which is not really the place to be naked.
Probably not. I mean, Godot running around naked, stabbing people.
Well, that was up in the mountains. It's not the courtroom.
I'm proud of you, Phoenix. Your defense was truly brilliant.
But I couldn't save Mr. Armando. The man who cared so deeply for you.
You're wrong, Phoenix. You did save Diego. You saved him in the only way possible.
You mean with that verdict?
No, with your friendship. I think one day you'll understand too. Phoenix, I want you to remember one thing. You were as good out there today as any defense attorney could ever hope to be. There's nothing more you can learn from me.
Oh no.
Mia!
You've accomplished something I wasn't able to. I owe you a great deal. Thank you.
Mia. That's all I can say.
I'm sure we'll meet again someday, Phoenix.
I've handled lots of cases and seen a lot of things. And along this journey, I found myself asking just one question. What does it really mean to defend someone? I suppose today's case produced one possible answer.
Nick.
Maya. Oh my god. I'm just so used to saying Mia.
I guess it's just like my sis said.
Mia? What did she say?
That night when I channeled Mia to get her advice on what to do, this is what she wrote back in my notebook. Don't worry, Phoenix will save everyone in the end.
That's not helpful. But
God damn it, Mia.
Come on, cut it out with that gloomy face. Can't you see? Me, sis, and I'm sure Iris too. We owe you for everything you've done for us, Nick.
Maya, how can you be so bright and chipper after all that's happened? You were brutally attacked. You even saw your mother murdered. And now we're getting whipped. Ouch! For Franziska!
She is. Still a softie as always, Phoenix Wright. Excellent work, Wright.
Huh? Mr. Edgeworth? When did you get back?
Oh, that's right. I guess no one filled her in on that. Edgeworth and Franziska have actually been helping me.
Helping you?
If these two hadn't been here on the first day of the trial, the defense wouldn't have gotten anywhere.
But where were you, Nick?
My stomach just made the loudest growl sound. I'm sorry.
I didn't hear it!
Okay,
That's
good.
amazing.
It was very loud. I was like, oh god.
I
heard he fell into- I heard he fell into a river and caught a nasty cold, which forced him to sleep all day. Yes, he laid in bed shivering from his fever with Iris's hood pulled over his head.
Oh, ouch. Talk about embarrassing, Nick. You definitely need more training. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. And you too, Franziska.
Lovers.
Oh
Is it-
god.
Dick Gumshoe?
No, it's Larry.
I don't suppose.
Fuck me.
There's room for me in this group hug, is there?
No.
Larry.
What's with the longer face than usual face? The longer than usual face.
I realized something when I was reborn. I realized that Larry was never of any use to anyone, not even once.
No, you weren't.
Not true. Right, Nick?
No, it's true. What? You're asking me?
Well, Nick, is it true? I've got a place in this world, right?
Huh? Oh, yeah, of course.
I knew it.
Everyone would be better off if I were gone for good. No.
No, I didn't say it.
Oh, yeah. Those portraits you painted, they were really good. I mean, they were pretty good, actually. Isn't that right, Edgeworth?
What? Me?
Why are you making that face, huh, Edgy?
Oh, well, yes, indeed. I certainly can't say that they lack resemblance.
Do you really mean it? What about you, Franzi? Did I draw you well, too? Ah!
My beauty can't possibly be captured by a mere crayon.
Then why is he holding paint?
Nevertheless, I recognize the effort you put into it, and that's worth something.
So then you'll do it? Like you promised? You're going to model for my next picture book, Franzi Whippity?
Don't get carried away.
Jeez.
What the fuck? No, go away still.
Well, how about that? I guess painting portraits is the only thing I'm good at. The painting of Pearl was pretty darn good too, if you ask me. Huh?
Now that you mention it, I haven't seen her around.
Well, she was Mia. Pearls, where could she have gone? Normally, she would have just made a beeline for Maya.
Oh, I'll go look for her. Be right back.
Pearly.
The fuck?
Right. You seem to be uncharacteristically puzzled. I suspect you are wondering how Maya can be so cheerful despite all that has happened.
Yeah.
To be honest, I can't understand it either.
Franziska. That's right. She lost her father fiercely. She lost her father fairly recently as well.
I think I understand how she feels. Maya is a much wiser person than she appears, and I think she realizes something. Now is exactly the time when she needs to be as strong as she can.
What do you mean by now is exactly the time?
Maya wasn't the only one that was badly wounded by this incident. In fact, there was someone that was hurt far more deeply than she. I believe it's for that person that Maya is trying her best not to cry.
Someone who was hurt more deeply than Maya? Edgeworth. I think I'm starting to understand too.
Ow! Then tell me, Phoenix Wright, who is Maya Fey being strong for? Sister Bikini!
I'm assuming pearls?
The answer is always Sister Bikini. Yeah, it's pearls.
The answer is always Sister Bikini.
Pearl Fey.
The poor kid. After all, the reason that she worked so hard to follow the instructions was because she loved and believed in her mother, Morgan. It's for the good of the Fey clan. I'm sure she believed in every last word. She thought she was doing it for Maya. That's why she was so happy. It shows how truly devoted she is to Maya.
But it is a cruel irony that it was her exuberance that led to this tragedy. Maya Fey's mother was killed, and Maya herself was put into the deepest peril imaginable.
And that's exactly why Maya was putting on a brave face. She's doing it for Pearls' sake, until she can see her smile again.
Oh, hey, so this is where you all were. Wow, looks like we got quite the bunch. Ow! What was that for, sir? Sorry about that, Scruffy.
I just really
My
wanted
whip
for
just
someone-
seems to have a mind of its own.
What's up, Detective Gumshoe?
Oh, you know, this and that. Anyway, congrats on your win. Let's go out tonight, pal. Dinner's on me. My salary's just sort of kind of gone down by a teeny-weeny bit, but it's all right. I made reservations at a first-class French restaurant tonight. Yeah! Pretty good work, Scruffy. That whip was your reward.
Oh. Detective Gumshoe? You said a first-class French restaurant. You don't mean...
Right bien. Where else?
No, I knew it. We're doomed.
Come on, let's go, everyone. Can't keep Maggie waiting, pal. Hey, you, crybaby. You're invited too.
Oh, forget about me. Pearl and I will be at the loser's shack eating potatoes.
You know, Maya is taking an awfully long time to get back. She's still out looking for pearls. Oh, Maya? What's wrong?
What do I do? Pearly, I can't find her anywhere.
Huh?
I'll bet she just went back home. That's all.
I thought so too, so I called the village. But no one has heard from her. This has never happened before.
She was just here as Mia.
As I figured, she has been badly hurt by this incident. She feels responsible for the tragedy that has befallen you, Maya.
But oh, that's you.
None of this was her fault. But what should I do?
Detective Gumshoe.
Yeah, what is it, pal?
Could you guys go on ahead?
But what about you?
Maya and I we'll join you guys once we find pearls.
Nick.
Don't worry about us, Detective Gumshoe. We may be a little late, but we'll definitely be there. We have a lot of celebrating to do tonight, and I wouldn't want to miss it for the world.
But you're the... Ah! Very well, Phoenix Wright. We'll go on ahead. Don't keep us waiting, right?
We won't.
But where should we look? Where could Pearly have gone?
Let's go, Maya. There's only one place I can think of that Pearls might have gone to. The strawberry. No, I have no fucking clue.
The strawberry. Don't go in the strawberry.
Oh,
The old
okay.
man's in there.
February 10th, Hazakura Temple, main gate.
Sakura Temple.
For Pearls, I bet this was a very important place. After all, it's where this whole incident started.
What's this? You're all back again so soon.
She did it.
She did it.
Sister Bikini.
I thought you'd be eating mashed potatoes alone tonight.
Mashed potatoes.
Hmm.
So she's here. Pearly is here?
She's in the training hall. Why don't you hurry along and go see her?
Okay.
Oh, they cleaned
Pearly's
up the
not
scroll.
here.
They
Ah.
finally did.
Maya, the
somebody ate
hanging
it.
scroll.
Someone cleaned it off.
It's gotta be Pearls.
Maya! Pearly? Why did you just leave like that? Mystic Maya. Mystic Maya. I swore that I would never trouble the two of you ever again. Because it's all my fault that Mystic Maya's mother...
That's why you came here.
The least I could do to pray for your happiness. You don't have to do that, Pearly. It wasn't your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. Of course I'm sad that my mother is gone. But, how do I say this? I'm still happy. You don't have to lie just to make me feel better. No, really. It's true. The only reason I'm still here at all is thanks to everyone who was there for me. My sis, my mother, Mr. Armando, Nick, and you. If even one of you weren't there, I'm sure I wouldn't still be alive right now. That's why I have to be strong. For all the people that were there for me when I needed them. That's all I can really do. Mystic Maya?
I'm impressed. You truly are the daughter of a mystic Misty.
Your Bikini.
Your mother, Mystic Misty, was a strong woman indeed. I want to tell you what she said to me that night.
After dishonoring the good name of Karain, I don't have the right to face my daughter. But still, Maya's always in my thoughts. It's true. She'll always be with me. Until the day I die.
Mia.
Oh, what about Mia?
Well, doesn't she care about her too?
I guess not.
I know she's dead, but still.
Your spirit was with her. That's why your mother was so strong. Even at the end, I'm sure she had no regrets.
She'll always be with me until the day I die, huh? There's a rule or something all masters are to follow, isn't there? To never take the charm off until the day you die.
Talisman.
All I heard was talisman. The thing
Talisman. Talisman. Damn it,
thing
Discord.
Discord's being a bitch.
What a
The
bitch.
thing that Misty kept... Pearl saying bitch. The thing that Misty kept by her heart and would never take off. It wasn't the container that was important. Rather, it was the contents.
That's...
I'm assuming you said photo?
I did.
Oh.
Photo. Mother.
And it's all of them. It's only natural for living creatures to fight to protect their own lives. But what makes us human is that we fight for others. But who do you fight for? How hard must you fight? That's the true measure of what human life is worth. We defense attorneys are warriors who are constantly challenged by that question.
I mean...
Aww. Oh my god, they
Aw.
broke the fucking vase too. At least they spelled it right. But it's
Look
Mia
how
and
cute
Maya.
they are.
Little Mia and Maya are fresh. Even when the battle's over and the bonds that connect us are severed, we always return, time and time again. Mia, Maya, Pearls, Mr. Armando, and Maya's mother too. I learned that from all of them. That urn has been broken so many times. Well, shall we get going? Everyone is waiting. This is a day to remember. A day when a lot of things were finally put to rest. I think we should celebrate what we've overcome today.
But I still can't.
Oh, go on, sweetie. You can come back for training anytime.
Why doesn't she go with? I guess someone has to be there.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna make a brand new start too. Sister Bikini, I'll be back for more training. I promise.
I know. I won't go easy on you just because you're the future master. I'll make sure to prepare reservations for 3 for when you come back.
Hey, we're gonna have a great feast today, Pearly. You know why? Because training is a battle of endurance. Okay, Mystic Maya. I'll eat lots and lots of food tonight.
You know, there's one thing I don't get, and probably don't want to, but...
What's it, Nick?
Reservations for training is fine and all, but why for 3?
Come on, what do you think? You're one of us, Nick. Next time you can train right alongside us.
Huh? Nobody asked me.
I'll be waiting for you. Sister Bikini will take special care of you.
Huh?
It'll be great, Nick. We're gonna do the special course, naturally.
Huh?
That's a great idea. After all, Mr. Nick, you'd do anything for Mystic Maya, wouldn't you? Even walk on hot coals, right? We'll have a nice big meal right before we come back next time. Right, Nick?
You know, I was wondering if I can say just one little thing.
Sure. Of course you can. Oh, I love this part. I can't wait to hear it.
Is a nice stick. I like
Soothsayer,
sticks.
thank you for the 369.
Let me
smash, please. Thank you so much for those biddies. I appreciate them and sharing with others in chat.
I'm getting goosebumps too.
Oh my god. Well then, here goes nothing. Objection. Did I not ask it? Well? What was the question?
He was just there was no question. He was objecting to going and training.
Oh god.
I have to be a good big sister to Pearly and Nick too. Well, as long as I'm not locked up or captured or something like that. Which happens in every game.
Happens all the time. Hi, I see Floridian. Are you doing... Is there a 4th?
It's true. Mr. Nick really is Mystic Maya's knight in shining armor. He went through with a special course all the way to the end. Actually, I heard there's a legendary extra special ultra course here too. I think I'll surprise the 2 of them by making them a secret reservation.
Why are these going so fast?
Yeah, it is going real fast. Apollo Justice, is that what you mean, I see Floridian? Maggie bought me a brand new coat as a present, pal. I feel 10 years younger. I'll never take it off. I don't remember her voice. It's been too long. It's too long, Maggie. You shoulda appeared sooner. I don't remember, and my throat is killing me, and I'm hungry. So you know what, Maggie? I'm not reading your goddamn lines, okay?
Oh my god, it's just all Kita.
No, Kita is taking a break.
The treasures of the exhibit was a great success. Oh, Miss Von Karma. Okay, I thought it was Mr. She taught me how to use a whip. Ooh, she said I must show you what I've learned. Oh,
my!
Oh my!
Franziska and Adrian?
Ooh.
Something going on there?
I mean, I'm fine with that.
There you go. That's you.
That's me.
Jessie and I started a company called Mass to Mass Consulting.
We're dedicated to stopping the evil plans of all the criminals in the city.
Our motto is cut it out, please.
Pretty cute, huh?
Well, we also sell plans to good criminals as a kind of side business. I wonder if that's okay. Sometimes I think maybe we're the worst criminals.
There you are.
Ron and Desiree.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're not on Switch, and that's the reason we were able to play these.
I wanted to show my appreciation to Mr. Wright for exterminating Don Tigre. So I lent him $500,000 and a tease.
Listen, her voice is slow, okay? This is not working out.
No, it's not. Win through compromise?
She gave him tea and money, I guess.
But yeah, we played the Trilogy because it got released on Switch. But playing on Wii is not fun. On Wii U.
I'm just an old man in the way. A wrinkly, grumpy, crown-nosed man. I don't know. At least that's what I thought. But my grandkids had a birthday party for me the other day.
You
Talk
reproduced?
about embarrassing. 69. Nice.
Oh, come on.
I cried like
Come
a
on.
baby during
Come on. They did that on purpose. They did that on purpose. That was not by accident. As usual, we have an abundance of work to do. We've hired a new programmer. Wasn't she a robot? I thought she was a robot.
Yeah.
I think she was.
Adam,
it's too fast.
that was so fast. Oh, I'm not touching the controller, by the way.
I know, it's too fast to read in their cadence of speech.
Nope.
My. More reporters? Since the murder, we've made so much money, I hardly know what to do. I think the magazine's
the
like
murder,
us
we got
because
rich.
I provided such a nice visual. Especially, I don't know what that said. I can hardly wait for Iris to come back. Whoa!
Well,
Adamata. I don't know what that could be a pun for. Oh, because it's reversed. Never mind. Right. It had no pun. It was a... I forgot what it's called.
you've turned into such a respectable man, Feeny. It was so sweet of you and everyone else to come and visit me here the other day. Of course, I was happy that you constantly had your eyes on me, but I felt kind of bad when the little one slapped you so hard you got a nosebleed.
Oh, yes. Voices? Us.
Girl's like,
What? Oh, for the objection. Gotcha.
us. It's just us.
Oh.
I mean, that doesn't say Kita, I'm just saying.
Reflection names? Yeah, it's called a word. I can't remember what it's called.
Palindrome?
Palindrome, thank you.
You're welcome.
And this bitch. Oh, the Switch is falling asleep. It's fine.
Oh, mine too.
Of course it's a palindrome. There we go, yeah.
Objection!
Fucking hell, he's Toad.
Oh no.
What's this? I'm back from a long, tiring vacation. No one here to greet me? I guess while I was gone, my little whippersnapper buddy quit, and now I've got no one. What kind of lonely, crazy secret security room is this anyway? With all the flashing lights and switches, I feel as if some sort of... I can't read this fast! Macadamia nuts? I bring them over to Edgy Poo? I can't accept these. I'm afraid of something. My heart. It's something. And rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat.
Who the fuck else are they bringing in?
Of course.
I finally
Please
found
bring in
something
Lana.
I love to do. Francie's whippity-whip trip is gonna turn to the... I should have realized it sooner. Self-centered, lazy, antisocial. I'm an artist. A really good portrait artist.
I'm not a loser. Some of these are bleeding together now. Lana wasn't in this game. Was she? No, she wasn't.
So I still want her to be here just for you.
Just for me.
Look at our
covering
family.
Franziska. No, wait. No.
She's in our family now.
No. Well.
Well, they're all.
Why
Well,
is
two
Guido
of them
there?
are dead.
It should have been Maya, but okay. Or Pearls. But okay.
Anyone.
Anyone but Godot.
We did
Lotta
it.
was not coming. Because Lotta was never in the game, or else they totally
I don't
fucking would've-
care.
Actually, Grandma wasn't in the game anyway. She was
Was she?
mentioned.
Yeah, she was referred to,
Yeah.
alluded to.
We did it!
Oh my
took
god! When did we
fucking
start
ever.
playing this?
We
When the
started
fuck?
at like 12:30, a little after.
No.
Oh, you mean by
in
months.
life.
In life.
In life. When did we start this? Jeez.
Oh my god. So I can't do the stream deck thing. So guys, we're gonna go raid someone. So let's do this. I will have to type it out. But we fucking did it. And now I'm gonna go get fucking food because I'm starving.
Oh, I'm starving.
So hungry. But I'm gonna go look for someone to raid.
Santa
thank you
Claus
guys so
himself
much.
has returned to his people and just in time for Christmas.
Possibly.
Check out this footage.
Bender, thank you for 300 biddies. Thank you guys. Throw love and hype in chat for me. Pretty please. But let's go give some love to someone. The next stream for me, I stream tomorrow and Friday at noon Central Standard Time. Tomorrow and Friday are both Patreon picks. Tomorrow being Demona's of Root Letter. We're doing another ending in that game, anime game, and anime mystery. And then after that, we're going to play Coffee Talk by Plastic T-Rex. And I get to make latte art. And then Friday is Vex from the Wolf Prince. And then we're going to play some Danger Noodle Snake Pass. And then Saturday is at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be playing D&D. So if you've been watching that D&D live, that will be Saturday. But Kita, what is your stream schedule this week while I type out the raid response?
Well, tonight we're going to be continuing our run of Fire Emblem Three Houses, the Golden Deer route, and then tomorrow morning I'll be checking out the Pokemon Sword Expansion Pass, and that will also be Friday morning, and then Friday evening we are continuing Persona 5 The Royale, so Jonker Star is coming back.
Jonker Star.
Feel free to join me for that.
Yes. So, we'll see you guys in almost 2 fucking hours. Otherwise, also, if you are a sub to me, or replace it with any emotes you'd like, but also if you have Kita's, please use the panties. I'm trying to type this out by hand, guys. I'm trying. Hold up. Because my fucking stream deck's, of course, dead. But thank you guys so much for joining us for Phoenix Wright. It was absolutely lovely.
Twas.
Absolutely lovely. And we fucking did it. There we go. I did it. I found it. Oh. I did it. So, I'm clicking on things. So we're going to go and raid Kuri, who is currently doing more Animal Crossing and donating to the Bale Project. So let's go give Kuri some love. And who murdered the stream deck? That's a good fucking question. But let's go give Kuri some love, and we will see you guys in just a couple hours for Phoenix Wright. I lied. For Fire Emblem, 3 Houses, Fear the Deer. We're done with Phoenix Wright. No more Phoenix Wright. All right. We'll see you guys later. Bye, everyone.
Bye.